Daut and Vivi playing the best of 7. I couldn't miss it. What's their Voobly ranking? Okay, well, they are playing this on the ladder. So Vivi, he has a 6-game win streak. He is closing in on 2.6k. So Daut, he's 200 points below him. So every single time that Vivi gets a victory, he'll get something like 8 points. And if Daut gets a victory, he'll take a huge chunk off Vivi. But if Vivi can win the first 2 to 3 games, he'll probably, actually it'd have to be 4 games, I think. He will hit 2.6k, which is very difficult to do. But Vivi certainly has the skill to do it. If I were to make a prediction for this best of 7, I would say it's hit or miss with Vivi. You never know how he's going to be. But I would probably say 4-2 Vivi. But then again, Vivi is lights out or he's questionable. It depends on the day. When will Blue Coffee strike back? Well, I don't know, man. Most times he's just T90 passing. Most times he's just T90 passing. Weiwei, the highest ever on Voobly. Well, I think 5 or 6 players on the current ladder have hit 2.6. MBL, Viper, Leary, Daut. Maybe Mr. Yo did as well. Vivi could have too. I'm not entirely sure, but the highest is 2.6k, which only a couple people have reached. All right, guys, let me introduce the players here. Once again, we have a best of 7 here today. This is between Vivi and Daut. This is organized a few days ago. I'm happy to be here to cast it. They did a Civ draft, and again, I'll show you the Civs in between matches to show you what they have left. Daut's here in the blue on the right side of the map. He's playing as the Malians, and this is quite a good map for him. He has 2 wood lines he can take. Look at this wood line. Look at that. You could build 6 lumber camps on that wood line. So very nice lumber for him, at least in the early game, because this could... Oh, no! The boar! The boar's back there! Okay, that's unfortunate, but still he can bring that in. This wood line will be good for early game. Late game, it could be an issue, as archers might come in from Vivi. This wood line is also very solid. Safe stone behind, safe gold behind. Main gold's forward, but I think that Daut will likely build his barracks on the front anyhow to secure that. We're looking at Vivi's base then. Vivi's base. As he's luring in the deer now. It's okay. I mean, I don't like the hills. That can always be an issue in Age of Empires 2. But the wood line here and here is solid. The gold in the back is solid, even though he can't completely surround this. The stone is solid. Secondary gold. All that's very good for Vivi. And with some walling up here towards the wolf and then to this wood line, he can buy himself a lot of space and a lot of time. I think with Loom, he can bring in this boar. Daut might need to use his scout to block the boar a little bit when he sends a villager. Or he could use his scout, but with Loom, he should be able to bring this in. Now, if he's going to bring it in, he'll want to go a tad earlier. Yeah, there's Loom. So I think that this should be fine for Daut. It's a bit deceiving. It'll be a long travel for the villager, but the boar will run into the trees and the gold on his way back, so... Or it could be a she. The boar could be a she. 2018 T90, jeez. Yeah, I don't think this will be an issue, but it does mess with your build order a little bit. You never want to get Loom this early. You never want to have to change your build order too much, and yeah, this is all Daut needs to do. So well played, Daut. I don't even think with Loom he will need the scout anymore, but he's going to make sure just by hitting it a few more times. Well done. And just like the boar was in a standard location. Oh! Oh! Oh, that could have been bad. This boar is going to be annoying. It doesn't want to run through the tile. There we go. Oh, if that boar started running back, that could have been so bad for Daut. He's a bit fortunate there. So Civ-wise, Mongols, they advance very fast. 18 population, 19 population advance, mainly because of that hunting speed. And I don't know what Vivi will choose to do. I feel like Vivi's the kind of player who would tower rush with the Mongol hunts. And so far, Vivi is not clicked up. It wouldn't surprise me to see Vivi get Loom. Huh. Well, this will actually be fairly late for Mongols. You can go Scouts as Mongols, transition to Archers later on throughout the game, Knights and Camels, Mangadai, that's normally what you see. And then Daut. The Malians meta is interesting because they're very versatile. It's almost always infantry, like man-at-arms or a drush into archers, though, in castle. And then they could add camels and knights throughout the match. And then, I mean, they have Gebetto, they have the infantry, they have the siege. They have very strong options on opposite sides of the tech tree. Vivi has clicked up the feud legs a bit late. Oh my goodness, all of these sheep being collected. Oh, this is so weird to see from a player of Vivi's quality. But anywho, Vivi will be going man-at-arms. It will be faster than Daut because Daut is drushing. He'll wall in towards this wood line and he'll wall this off and then he'll be completely walled in here. Now, downside for Vivi is that Vivi has not found Daut yet. And he sees this stone, so he might assume that Daut is to the right-hand side. And he should see the drush here. And yeah, he sees the drush and he'll see the walls. And then if he sees this, and he sees this gold, he might think, I need to go forward with these man-at-arms. And oh, speak of the devil, he'd already decided. So man-at-arms towers is actually an excellent counter to what Daut is doing. So first of all, on the plus side for Daut, he's taking engagement before these are upgraded to man-at-arms. But the bad thing for Daut is that he's going to be in Dark Age. His only form of military were those militia, and one's been killed off, and there will be a tower on his face. Now, he does have stone, so he's going to stone already because he knows he'll need defensive towers. But Vivi's going to try and bust right through here, and Daut needs to get some more walls up fast. So if you're ever wondering how you counter somebody going for this strategy, going for the drush into full wall, you have to go forward. And Vivi, a very fast start to this. And I have to say Vivi's micro was also good to keep this weak man-at-arms alive. Daut is building more and more palisade walls, which he really needs to do. He needs to buy himself some time. He could lose the racks as well. You know, if he loses the barracks, he won't be able to build an archery range. This is such a strong start from the dragon. And Daut almost losing a villager there. He's forced to run away. Vivi trying to focus down Daut's scout. He almost did that, and Vivi is going to be in. I assume Vivi has just gone to stone. Yes, Vivi has gone to stone. Very strong play in the very first game for the dragon. And now Daut can build the tower. Where are you going, Daut? Oh god, this is so poor for him. There we go. He's building his tower, but I think Vivi's should go up, assuming Vivi attacks with that villager or builds with that villager. Oh, nope, he's gonna run back, which isn't awful. Daut had more villagers building this. If he runs back, then Daut's gonna be forced into another tower. Now, Daut thought about this ahead of time, and he did go to stone. But, you know, once again, this is just a lot of pressure on a guy who wanted to be up in the feudal age in a comfortable position, building archery ranges, whatnot. Daut will have to build a barracks before he can build an archery range. And I feel like this tower will just go down after it goes up because of the man-at-arms. Wait, hold on a second. When did that barracks die? Did the barracks die when Daut was in Dark Age or Daut was in Feudal Age? Because the archery range is already built. My bad. I'm just going to blame chat, even though I wasn't even looking at chat. I'm just tired. Vivi killing the drush, killing the scout. Vivi killing the tower. Now, ooh, Daut choosing... You know what? This is interesting. Daut losing a villager. He's choosing to repair this and then batter this down with his own vills. Now, it's certainly very sloppy for Daut as he's lost some vills, but he can batter this down because this tower was not in range of the new one for Vivi, and Vivi can't run anywhere due to the fact he'd run into the town center or archers. So nice couple moments there for Daut, and Vivi just trying to build another tower to secure this area. Daut has archers already, of course. But he'll run into Vivi's tower. I feel like he might kill a villager, but the tower will go up anyhow. A strong start to this best of 7 for Vivi. I have to say, I like the strategy choice. This is where, when your tower rush no longer is going to work for you, you just fall back into walls and defensive towers and try and advance to the next stage. Vivi building the archery range at home and adding economy. Smart move from Vivi, if you ask me. Yeah, I think Vivi's stream is putting up $100 for this. A few others have put up $25, so I think it's a $150 prize pool for this. You know, Vivi could go over here and start towering the wood line. This is the wood line I said would be an issue for Daut. But he'll need to have something accompanying his villagers, because Daut will send out the archers, and I think we see a skirm already. Soxy, thank you for the congratulations, man. He said, congrats on hitting the new viewer record for your stream yesterday. Yeah, for those that didn't hear, I mean, this still is just kind of mind-blowing to me. I was top 30 worldwide on Twitch yesterday with those numbers. I broke into the top 30 streaming Age of Empires 2. That is just amazing, if you ask me. Like, not trying to pump myself up, but just like amazing in general that happens, you know? That's crazy. I got off the stream yesterday and I was just kind of mind blown, you know? I still am mind blown that happened, and I'm mind blown that Daut can't see that tower because Vivi has placed it perfectly. Man, how good has Vivi been in game 1 today? That tower is going to be so annoying. Daut has this wood line, and that'll last him. But man, that's going to be annoying. Now, Vivi needs to be careful. Daut is getting fletching, and Daut is going to Vivi's wood line. Now, Vivi has a lot of walls, and I think he will just have to send a few skirmishers this way, and he'll be fine. He hasn't taken any losses there. I think he is considering building another tower here, Vivi, and expecting that building his own preemptive. And then maybe Vivi will run home with his vills. Check the resources. Only 130 food for Vivi. So lots of aggression. A defensive tower is now going up. Daut, he has a bit more in the way of food. In fact, he has more farms, but he's definitely had more idle time. And he doesn't have good map control. And it's now Daut going to run his archers underneath this tower. He will lose one archer, and he'll lose more archers to this skirmisher, so he'll probably end up losing everything in the end here. Vivi going to use his vills, and yes, well played Vivi in the first game. Buddy Nevo says, how did you check that you were top 30? Seems a bit high since there are streams that always have over 30k viewers. I didn't check it during the stream. Daut losing a villager here, I don't know. I guess he was trying to wall this off, which is smart. Because he knew Vivi would come over. Vivi is already here. Buddy Nevo, I didn't check. I was told that from a couple viewers. So, I mean, they could have been completely lying to me. But I trust my viewers. Now, Vivi needs to be careful. Like, this is where being forward can be a bit too much, you know? You have an advantage. You've built a lot of towers, but now you're trying to build another one when you no doubt has archers and you're close to his base. And Vivi now is trying to split up his vills, or I don't know what this dude's doing. But I don't think these guys will get away. Or maybe they will! Look at this! She could survive as well if she gets the hill and attacks the wolf. These villagers, okay, he won't, but they can at least get into the tower and wait for future skirms to arrive. Really interesting from Really Diao from Vivi here. I think she's gonna get woo-woo-wooed. I think she's gonna get woo-woo-wooed. Does Daut see her? Oh my god, this is so close. She's gotta die, right? Did Daut just attack the wolf? She's gonna live! This is fine! And now Vivi's killing archers. Vivi has full map control still. This is hilarious stuff. Somehow Vivi was able to keep those vills alive. I just don't understand it. I think Vivi needs to use a market to advance to the next stage, and that's exactly what he is doing. And now Daut has clicked up first. So this is still a very close game. Daut has a lot more military he can do damage with, as Vivi only has skirms. But, you know, Daut doesn't have these golds, and that's going to be an issue throughout this game. Right now, 4.7k viewers would be enough to be top 25. Not bad. Ah, gotcha, Schmidt. Yeah, I mean, Again, I was just told that by viewers. I obviously wasn't checking on that during the stream. Vivi's gonna lose the villagers now. Daut is such a wise player. You can tell Vivi expected Daut to be running towards his base, and Daut's just been waiting. And I really like the way Daut is gonna transition now. Mammalians, they have this strength of having strong knights and strong archers. So what Daut's gonna do is add a stable, and with a knight or two, he can clean up the skirms from Vivi. Now, is Vivi transitioning at all? See, Vivi only has an archer range, no stable, so... not only does Vivi not have the skirm numbers, or the defense upgrade on his skirms, he will for sure not have an answer to the knights that Daut is going to send out. And I think Daut, he's also sending archers into this tower to kill this, and then he can batter this down. I think Daut is really going to have a strong castle age. He's faster, he is more military, he might not have his wood line and some of his gold, but this is exactly how you should play it. Now, he doesn't want to run into skirms just yet. Needs to wait till he gets upgrades. And okay, now Vivi's adding the stables. So Vivi will go knights and camels himself, but he'll need to keep the archer numbers down. If he doesn't keep the archer numbers down, then his knights and camels could be in trouble. Vivi has already killed Daut's archer, and Daut just going to wait a little bit before he gets his upgrades, and there we go. Crossbow and bodkin arrow. This is the benefit of hitting castle age first. Probably is iffy about pushing uphill normally, but because there's no elite skirmisher yet, he's okay with it. And now Daut, he has full control again, and he also sees this villager coming forward. Daut will add a camel. He's also getting ballistics soon. And Daut taking the score lead back, and rightly so. I think Vivi overextended a little bit with the towers, you know. This tower was likely a mistake. I think he should have ran back home with those vills and not built the mining camp. Just a couple small things. Now, Daut is recognizing that Vivi's full walled, and he wants to kill this villager. Now, you see, he sees the wolf there. So, he knows that something was there, but Vivi just waiting for his own camels. This is kind of funny how Daut's been trying to chase him. FFL, thank you for 2 months, man, and thank you for the congrats. Yeah, it was an amazing day for Age of Empires 2 yesterday. I really appreciate everyone who showed up to the stream. You know, it's probably just a lot of new people, a lot of people who might not frequent the stream on a daily basis. I don't know, but man, that was a lot of numbers yesterday, and the games were solid as well. So, knights for Vivi. Will die to the camels from Daut, and also, Daut has lots of crossbows, of course. Now, oh, look at this! Vivi, he switched positions a little bit. He's trying to build a siege workshop on this hill. Now, his knights have gone right in after Daut's villagers. It's funny, because Vivi, while he might be playing completely different, this is normal for him. Vivi normally has a very unorthodox, aggressive style, but he's playing to his strengths at the moment. And I said in the pregame that I think that Vivi's the kind of player who can have a really good opportunity to do good against Daut. And does Daut not see this or what? Oh, he's trying to chase it with his camels. He's going to hop into his tower with some villagers, but he could lose some more. Vivi taking a vill lead. And now Vivi with the skirmishers on the front. He'll get a few kills before Daut arrives with that knight. Now, Vivi not creating a Mangonel, so this should be quite good for Daut in the end. Now, Vivi running away, using his own knight to attack Daut's knight, and using his knights in Daut's base to cause maximum damage. Even running away here is a big deal because Daut has to continue to chase and follow him, versus just his units dying here, then Daut would already be out in the middle of the map. That's a good way to buy time if you're Vivi. Close game, 55 villagers for Vivi. Vivi's going to what I believe is his third TC, and it is. Now that's an aggressive town center. Something that Daut now sees. Can he deny the TC? He'll kill 2 villagers. He'll kill 3 villagers. Will he deny the TC? I don't think he will. I think it'll just go up. But he's killed quite a few villagers there. 4 villagers, in fact. This game is going back and forth. Now, I don't think Vivi can fight this at the moment. And it's because Daut has crossbows. He might have +2 defense on his knights, but Daut has those camels, and he has crossbows, and oh man, what a surround on that knight. You see that, denying the path to the TC. And now Vivi's in a bit of trouble. You know, when you go forward like Vivi just did, and then you lose your forward, it makes it so difficult. That siege workshop on the front is essentially useless at the moment. Vivi trying to run right into Daut's base again, it seems, with a few knights. You know, he might be going right to the golds. He can see this. So I think we'll go right for Daut's economy once again. And, you know, Daut hasn't done enough to secure this as most of his army's forward. And Daut just comes right back home. Vivi getting forging. During this battle, he's killed 3 villagers, 4, 5 villagers, 6, 7 villagers. Holy cow, Vivi doing so much damage with just 4 knights. Such a smart player, paying attention to the minimap at all times. And catching Daut off guard. Again, when Vivi was on the back foot, he had the balls to go forward. What a play there. 62 vills for him now, and 55 for Daut. Man, so many kills in this game. 43 kills, 43 deaths. What a matchup. We are going to be casting the whole best of 7 today on Twitch, guys, so this would be pretty sweet. And oh, now Daut, now he doesn't have his camels to accompany this, and there's elite skirms and knights, so I feel like this is another good engagement for Vivi. Cutting down on those crossbow numbers is going to be big. With Daut trying to get to the top of the hill, use his camels. Vivi has his own camels, and oh my goodness, how close is this going to be? I think Daut should have the edge, right? Yeah, Daut has the edge. And a big edge, in fact. Just because of the camel numbers. Ooh, and Daut's micro. Did you see that? The monk was going for a conversion on the camels or the knights. And Daut pulled that group away. The monk continued to follow because he's a man of God. And then the crossbows finished off the monk. So that's 100 gold now down the drain for Vivi. Vivi building a castle. Vivi building a castle right in front of this town center. Now, I will say that Vivi has 2 back golds. Now he'll have his 3rd secured. Vivi can see this gold. Vivi can see this gold. So he has very good vision on important areas of the map. I do like Malians a bit better, though. And Daut has played this very well. Vivi with the attack round on the crossbows before his Magadel dies. I don't know if that's worth it, but it's certainly good to get engagement instead of losing it for free. Now, the other aspect to this is Vivi's going with the unit he'll want to use an imp. Now, Daut could go heavy camel and knights in the Imperial Age, but he will not stick with crossbows as Malians do not get the bracer upgrade. So Vivi's already beginning his Imperial Age military composition. Daut, on the other hand, I'm not so sure. And Vivi here yet again with knights. Where is he coming from with this? Oh my goodness. He's done this 3 times now. Going right to Daut's base when Daut has more military. And look at the damage he's doing. I'd be so salty if I were Daut because he's played this so well. But look at the losses he's taking. He's down below 70 villagers. Can we get some T90 dragons in the chat for Vivi? And Vivi showing up here now as well. With the house line of sight, he sees the castles going up, and he's going to kill more villagers. So he won't deny the castle, but he's just killing vills. Goodness, what a player. And he's also distracting Daut's 4 military units with this 1 weak knight. Vivi is so good. Now, hold on a second. Vivi needs to be careful here. Does Daut see that stone? He doesn't see it. Vivi's running back into his base. And Daut will try and do damage to Vivi's base now, and he'll kill 1 vill. Vivi's on the way to Imperial first, which is a huge deal, but he also doesn't have his stone, and he'll need to address that. Then poor Daut and his main gold. Oh wow, Daut clicks up to imp. Look at this. Are these 2 players close or what? After all of this, different army compositions, different battles, different losses, different areas, we now have the Imperials click at the same moment. Competitive Age of Empires 2 is something beautiful, man. It is always impressive. Formatted with 100 bits says, where is Jordan when you need him? Well, I feel like Jordan would probably be struggling more than Daut versus Vivi, and Daut certainly has an opportunity with his Civ and the amount of military he has now to win this game, going into Elite Skirmisher now. Ian Brownson said, had to set an alarm so I could catch the games, but was well worth it. Congrats on yesterday. Thank you for the 100 bits, Ian. And, yeah, glad you could make it as well, man. I had to set an alarm. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep because my neighbor, my downstairs neighbor, just had a baby. And I tried to use the mute and chat off function for the baby, but it didn't work, so no sleep for me last night. So I still like Daut's position here. Like, Vivi's trying to build a castle, and he just can't seem to get it up. It's just kind of delaying Vivi. And, oh, also, this is quite a big deal. He has 643 stone. So, after canceling that castle, he will not have enough stone to start it until he collects more. A good trade, I would say, as Daut is going to transition a bit. Like, killing monks and killing some of the Mangadai here. Vivi now has 16 military versus Daut's 19, and Daut is going into Elite Skirm, which would force Vivi to go into some Hussars to accompany the Mangadai, and he's already doing that. He's already researching Light Cav. Now, I think that this area is going to be huge. We've saw Vivi focusing on different areas of the map so many times today. He's so good when he knows where the resources are that Daut might go for. And Daut has a gold up here. This is Vivi's point of view. He can see it. Vivi can also see this gold. Now, Vivi has all three of his gold secure, so as his castle is now being built, and as should go up, his stone will be secure. And he's pressuring this. Daut, let's see here. Oh, Daut doesn't see that. He hasn't scouted that. That's unlike him. Now, Daut's actually mounting the push here. He's going to force Vivi to fight him, so it could be okay. But he only has this gold remaining then. He does not get Bracer on these skirms. He, of course, gets Elite Skirm and then Chemistry, but that's about it. But hey, if he can kill a castle, that's huge. That's what Vivi needs to have success here with the Mangadai. Now the Mangadai, oh my god! Oh my god, I missed it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead bodies there. Daut losing more gold villagers. Oh my goodness, Vivi. How many pit stops is he gonna make at Daut's gold today? Seriously. He's actually adding quite a few Mangonels. And that's because he sees the skirms. And Vivi now only having one castle could be an issue. I don't necessarily think Daut is throwing, chat. I feel like Vivi is just playing with a style that is working versus Daut's position. Like, Daut has consistently tried to push forward. This gold is exposed, and Vivi will just run in with a few units and get really good value off that. And now Vivi repairing the Mangonels. I don't think Daut can advance more with these trebuchets. Vivi needs to decide on using the food to create Hussar or using the food to get upgrades. The other option would then be getting Onager. But because these don't get Bracer, the Mangonels have the same range, and I just don't see Daut being able to advance much further. And look at the composition now from Vivi. He's brought the Light Cav around, so the Light Cav killed the skirms, and the Mangadai are now behind. And Daut is trying to close in here. But as he closes in, Vivi just runs away wonderfully. And I feel like Daut is in trouble now. He's down 30 population. He's going into his own Light Cav upgrade, which I like. But, you know, he's lost so many skirms now. The KD was 43 to 43 earlier. And now it's 124 to 80. Vivi, again, can see this gold. Vivi, with good resources now, researching Hussar. Has lots of Mangadai being created. And trading, again, well versus Daut here. Daut is on the back foot, and Daut does not have his gold. In fact, he doesn't know it exists up there. And I think you gotta credit Vivi, because Daut would have saw that if he wouldn't have been under pressure. It's also worth pointing out there's another gold to the north right here that Vivi has not seen. Hey, Guardian, welcome. Now the Light Cav, they close in. They're trying to go for the Mangonels. They might get a Mangonel or two here, but the Hussar's clearing up Daut's skirmishers yet again, and the Mangadai will kill the Light Cav from Daut. Daut hoping that he can now use his trebuchets as there's no more Hussars, but or no more Mangonels, but the Hussars are here for Vivi. Now, while Mongol Hussars have more HP, as Vivi is moving in once again, while they have more HP, they lack the last defense upgrade, so they're strong, but it's not ideal, but it does matter. It's enough here 2 trebuchets down for Daut. TC down for Vivi, which is unfortunate, but he now has his second castle to create Mangadai out of. And I think Daut is going to try one more time. Again, he's going to be lacking the gold soon. Has about 1,000 gold left here. He's going to go for Cavalier. And he's really hoping Cavalier will work for him. But look at Vivi, he's here at all the right times. The Mangadai killing the Light Cav, the Hussars killing the Skirmishers. He will probably deny this castle. I guess Daut has his archer ranges closer to this so he can add in more units, and Vivi might choose to run as he doesn't have elite. But Vivi has played this extremely well for late game. I think he's looking for that extra gold. He knows that Daut still doesn't have this. He just has to starve Daut out, and he recognizes that building stables up here now to spam Hussars. And okay, Daut has seen the gold now. He's just found out there's gold here. Let's see his response. I mean, the downside for Daut is he can't afford to go up there now. He knows it's there, but he can't justify going out there when he hasn't secured the area. He's just defending constantly. 30 more vills or 22 more vills for Vivi. He's going right back to the only gold that Daut has, and he knows that, of course. The Mangadai hitting the wood line. Now Vivi sees that Daut has gone into Cavalier, but now look what Vivi has waiting for him. He's going to add those Mangadai. He doesn't have the resources for elite, but I don't think that's a huge concern. If he can mass the Mangadai, he's building a castle out here to secure this gold. He has seen this gold. I mean, Vivi is so good, and he's going to take this gold too. He's so good with map control. If Daut wins this game, it is all down to one big push with the Cavalier because he doesn't have any gold remaining after that. And he's researching for Imba, which is not cheap, so he can get the extra attack on his units. And if you're a Daut fan out there, you are probably on edge, as now Vivi will probably research Elite Mangadai. Just waiting for the food here. Elite Mangadai has to be coming in. Yes, there it is. Oh, this is going to be tough for Daut. This is going to be very difficult for Daut. He doesn't have his golds. He doesn't have the neutral golds. Vivi has all of them. Vivi also has 4 relics. Like, what does this guy not have control over? Now, Daut sending in a few Light Cav and Cavalier to kill the Mangonels. Vivi pushing towards Daut's eco, though. And Daut already struggling with economy. He will soon struggle big time with gold. This is not going to be something that he can kill. It's almost like that push from Vivi and Daut's base will pull Daut back yet again. Daut probably can't justify going back. Like, he has to stay here, because if he goes back, he loses. He needs to do some damage to Vivi, but he'll lose a treb to Vivi's villagers. He might still kill this castle. Vivi forced to repair, and Vivi now returning to his own base. But look at what the Mangadai do with the hill advantage. They're so strong, and I think this will be the final fight of the game. Daut selling resources for gold. He still doesn't have his gold piles. And now the Mangadai arrive. This is Daut's point of view as the units come in. The castle's still up for Vivi. Vivi with his Hussars closing in on the Trebs. He will kill 1. And then he will probably kill 2 as Mangadai do so well versus Trebuchets in any form of siege. And Daut calls the GG right there. That is game 1 of a best of 7 between these two players. And what a freaking game from Vivi. That was insane. The dragon is so good when it comes to map control. He went forward, he recognized the wood lines, he recognized the golds, and he pursued them all game. You can learn so much from that, guys. I don't care if you're the biggest scrub of all scrubs out there. You can learn so much from that. You start with 1 main gold and 2 extra gold piles. Both players have 3 gold piles then, and there's those 2 neutrals. And Vivi found every single freaking one that Daut could take, and he continued to hit it. That is, again, something that you can learn from and use in your own gameplay. He also has a very annoying style, you know. He doesn't waste any time hitting those. You know, he takes risks, and he goes forward to attack. And that's it's a hard style to predict, I guess, because you never know where he's going to be. He is the dragon. Oh, I didn't realize I had slow mode on. My bad. There we go. Room is no longer in slow mode. So there's the KD for you. That was still a very close game. 218 kills for Vivi. And look at the gold difference. And of course, Vivi still had the 2 neutrals and Daut's gold and 4 relics. So the things we don't see are the economy. We rarely get to focus on how good the economy is. And Daut, he had a lot more idle time and less villagers, but Vivi having the stronger eco and collecting the relics and those attacks. What a player. 2,000 relic golds. Wow. Okay, so that was the first game. That text-to-speech was really late. I thought it wasn't going to work for some reason. Let me change the scores for you. How many puntos does Vivi have now? So Vivi got... I guess it doesn't say. He got 8 points from that win. So he's going to need to 4-0 Daut in this best of 7, and then also win another game or two to hit 2.6k. Daut just doesn't have enough points for him. A Viking Burial Service, welcome back for 2 months, man. Thank you so much for that. Snedo, welcome. Welcome to the family. Thank you for the sub. Mr. Quinn, thank you for 2 months. And my Honey, thank you for 2 as well. You guys are on the Fat Dragon bandwagon, as am I. New viewer record today, the Fat Dragon. Yeah, if we hit 5,000 today, I'll eat my foot. I highly doubt we'll hit 5,000 today. Yesterday was a special day. Seriously, you know, as a streamer, you hit different spurts of growth. And I hit another growth spurt a few months ago. So to all of you coming in with the 2 and the 3 month resubs, that's really heartwarming to see that you guys have joined the community and are coming back. Thank you guys for supporting what I do here. Okay, so we just saw Malians, arguably the strongest pick for Daut, and then Mongols. So these are the civs they have remaining. They'll do Arabia again. Now, I'm just going to guess. I have no reasoning behind this. It's just my gut feeling. I'm going to say that Daut goes with Franks here. And then maybe we will see Japanese, Vikings, Chinese. I'm not too sure from Vivi. When you Twitch Prime sub, can you resub? Yeah, you can resub with it. What happens is your Twitch Prime sub runs out, and then you can go to any stream and you can use the resub, or you can use the sub feature. So if you come back to my stream, for example, after your Twitch Prime finishes Ruro, then you get 2 months. Other subs, if you sub with a paid sub, then you can set it up to renew automatically. But either way, it'll work. So to explain this briefly, they already did this, and Game 2 will start soon, but they had 4 global bans. So these bans happened prior to the picks, and so there'll be no Mayans, Ethiopians, Burmese, Koreans, Aztecs, Indians, Slavs, Berbers because of that. It's a really cool website. If you want to use this with your friends, just use this, AoE2cm.net. You can host your own Civ draft with your friends. It's free. It's an awesome website, and Game 2 is going to start soon. Showmatch is spelled incorrectly at the top of the screen, just so you know. Is it? Oh, show math. Sorry, I woke up at 7:30 a.m. for this. We're not showing math. This is not a Spirit of the Law stream, okay? No math allowed. My bad. Thank you for telling me, though. Joe Manal says, Tinyan, the official, I don't even pay for Netflix, and I sub to you. AoE and grill greater than Netflix and chill. You know, that's hilarious, man. It's Magyars for Daut versus Spanish from Vivi. Oh god, we're gonna see towers. Let's go. Vivi's the only person that excites me when it comes to towers because he's so good with map control. But you make that joke, Joe Manal, but it's a very good comparison to make when it comes to Twitch, I think. like if you pay $15 a month for Netflix or Hulu or whatever you might pay to your cable provider, and then you figure in that a streamer like myself, they stream 5 days a week and they have countless YouTube videos. Like a $5 Twitch subscription doesn't seem like a lot then if you compare it to any other service, you know? It's a really important, I think about it that way myself. Even though I don't watch as many streams, I will still sub to a ridiculous number of streamers because that logic makes sense to me. Guy might spend 5 hours on someone's stream during the month, but I might only spend 5 hours watching my Netflix a month, so I will support some of the streamers I enjoy. Okay, we have game 2 between Vivi and Daut. This is potentially the road to 2.6k for Vivi, and Vivi again is really DL. Because Daut's points are so far below Vivi's, Vivi's only getting 7 or 8 points per victory, so he's going to need quite a few victories in a row versus Daut to get 2.6k. It's still very difficult. But anyway, he's Spanish, and Spanish is almost always a tower rush civ. You have two options. You have scouts into walls, and then maybe skirmishers, and then conquistadors in Castle Age, or it's go forward with towers and do what you want from there, like knights or maybe conks, I don't know. The reason Spanish are so good with the tower rush, and they always have been, is because they build buildings faster. So they build their houses faster, they build everything faster, and that would of course apply to towers. But he has gone 4 to wood. So if Vivi goes for towers, he might start with something like man-at-arms instead. And we'll see. Anyway, I'll start with Vivi's map since he won the last game, and this map is definitely a map that I would be aggressive on. He has 2 golds here, but a massive hill. His main stone is very far away from his town center. His secondary stone also is pretty far away, and he has a hill here. You know, if he were to magically lose this wood line, if I could wave a magic wand over this and make it disappear, he wouldn't have a lot else, so he's going to have to really be aggressive in this match. Now, Daut, he has more wood working for him, but he has a forward stone, a forward gold. His main stone is here, but I guess he has this gold to fall back to as well. It's just not ideal for either player. You have those dry Arabia versions where there's not any water in the wood lines, and then the maps are much better, and then you have the standard Arabia versions, which I hate, but that's what we're seeing right now. Makes it more difficult for the players. Now, if the maps are more open, I can't help but feel that this suits Vivi's style. As we saw what he could do last game with the aggression. Going for it yet again, I assume, here with man-at-arms. Into towers, potentially. Daut showing up to Vivi's base. It's very important to find your opponent's base, see what their map looks like, and that helps you determine your strategy. Now, he saw the barracks, but he has not found the gold to confirm that Vivi is or is not going for the man-at-arms rush. Now, I could be wrong on that assessment, but nope. T90 Showdown at it once again. I guess it's not the boldest prediction to guess that someone's going man-at-arms in the current meta, but still. Give me some credit. Now, what will Daut go with? Daut's Magyars. I should point that out. If he were to go man-at-arms himself, or anything really, he'll get that extra attack starting in Feudal Age. Now, look at Vivi. He's saying, Daut, just want to let you know, I know what you're doing. Okay, 3 to gold for Daut, so probably man-at-arms into some archers. And no forward vills yet for Vivi. Maybe he won't go forward. I guess I would be hesitant to go forward versus Magyars because they'd have the extra attack. He's walled in his villagers on wood. Probably an immediate reaction to Daut with the barracks. And Daut's base is way better here. It is way better. Last game, he had a very good map for Feudal Age, but Vivi realized that if he towered, he would have abused it, and that's exactly what he did. And okay, here's the forward now. And this is actually quite good, because Daut, he's going to be a bit later to Feudal Age, which means that he'll receive a few more shots. Oh, hold on. No, Daut's sending his own units out. I was just going to touch on the fact that Daut wouldn't see this forward, but that's not the case. Daut hits Feudal. Oh, Daut was earlier to Feudal as well, so he gets the extra attack. But Vivi has the Vils. So far, 1 kill for Vivi, and Daut sending more Militia. He's researching Man-at-Arms, as is Vivi. Oh, the micro's just been much better for Vivi, hasn't it? He hasn't lost anything yet. He's getting lots of hits on Daut's units. And yet again, he's baiting Daut in to kill the scout. And Daut has the extra attack, not Vivi. And oh goodness, this is where you need an immediate response with a tower. And that's what Daut's going for. Vivi focusing down that weak man-at-arm from Daut. Needs to be careful with his Vil here. And in the end, that's just good micro. I think both players will get their towers up. Daut started his early enough. Well, hold on a second. Vivi was at least considering going after the tower villagers. Daut both going after the tower villagers now, and both get their tower up at the same moment. Daut needs to get out to this stone pronto, because if Vivi's on stone at home, that means that he will be building more towers. Now we're going to need to see villagers hop out of the towers to kill the man-at-arms. And it makes it very difficult, of course, as the tower can shoot your Vils, but both players have done well. Both players have a very weak man-at-arm remaining. Daut paying attention to this. Can he snipe a Vil? He does snipe a villager there. And he also kills the man-at-arm from Vivi. Vivi has the hill with his tower, but he doesn't have as many Vils in here, and he's forced to send more Vils out. And Daut is really on the ball here. Oh, good stuff from him. This is that messy style that Vivi normally excels with, but Daut just adding more man-at-arms, and this is so good for him, because now his man-at-arms can chase the Vils as the Vils run away. He should kill one Vil. I think Vivi should accept that she's going to die. Distract Daut as much as possible there. Oh, man. I mean, I know it's a female, but she has balls. They all have balls. Oh, goodness! What are you doing? Why are you attacking it? No! What are you doing? It's a Magyar man-at-arm, dude. Oh, what a throw from Vivi. Now he's running into wolves. Can we get the T90 throws? Oh, he could have just ran there. I understood sacrificing the one woman, but the rest had families. The first one was single, so it was fine. Well, I said this before the games. I said Vivi has a very messy style, an aggressive style, and it's hard to be consistent with that, you know? You're gonna take losses eventually, and that is exactly what happens. Well, now Vivi's going out to the deer. Daut arrives with this one man-at-arm, saying, hey, just passing, what's up? What's up? Nope. Don't want to play. Sorry, not today. He could find the rest of the deer and kill them. I think Vivi recognizes that, and he's going to shoot this one so he can start collecting food from it. Daut has obviously more villagers now. His economy should be much stronger because he didn't have forward Vils. So he's building tons of farms. And he's mixing in the archers. And Vivi is just adding defensive towers. And this is where it gets tough for Spanish because they don't get archers. So they don't really have that archer transition available. They could go for skirms, but of course Daut, he could add more men-at-arms or add scouts to counter the skirms. And really what you need to do here, I mean, this is definitely a good Civ matchup for Daut in this situation. You really, as Vivi, just need to build defensive towers and try and advance to the next stage. Like, that's the sad thing. Any transition can be easily countered by Daut. Which is why Vivi just needed to go for it there. And Daut, he is the wonderful position of being able to add a stable in the next stage and getting the extra attack on his knights. So, I don't think he'll be complaining about his situation. Adrenaline, thank you, man. Welcome. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, Yellow Lentils, for the T90 Woo hype. Yeah, here come the defensive towers. So I think that Daut will stick with one archery range because he expects the towers to go up from Vivi. He doesn't want to make too many archers. And then we'll probably see a stable as he's on his way to Castle Age. I mean, he's finishing Wheelbarrow. He has 500 food. And Vivi's getting there. But I think Vivi will have to utilize the market to get up. And that's exactly what we're seeing. And this will likely be a quick game. Now, I'm not saying that Daut necessarily is going to win this. But I think if this game ends, it'll be in Castle Age. Because The maps are so exposed for... Well, the map is exposed for Vivi. I gotta give credit to Daut for closing this off. It's not as bad. That's for sure. T90 has no respect for single women. Please, man. I'm all about the single women. Are there any T90 babes in the chat? How you doing? So here comes another tower from Vivi. Again, no archer range. And that tower's not going to go up. He's going to have to build one here. He's going to try and bait Daut in. And this is just a small victory for Daut. It's forcing idle time. Oh, where you going, Bills? Where you going? Oh, I'm pretty sure Vivi looked away to do something else. And the villagers decided to go on a vacation. They were not approved sick time off. And, oh, no. What are the Vills doing? Oh, not the best game from Vivi, that's for sure. I mean, this is good for Daut because he knows that Vivi's going to need the stone for Conquistadors once he gets Castle Age. And he's just forced him into another tower. Looking very good for Daut. The Spanish are a predictable civ. Daut spotted the forward coming. He denied it there. And since then, it was always going to be a struggle for Vivi. I think Vivi will probably use resources. Maybe consider purchasing stone. So we can build the castle immediately. Look how exposed his economy is. And Daut has gone for more archers. So he'll start with crossbows, I guess. You know, on one hand, I expected knights because of the towers. But on the other hand, he might not want to make knights versus conquistadors if Vivi does get to them. So I guess with that logic, you might want cav archers, a cav archer switch here. And he'll go with crossbow, and then he might make cav archers. I guess I can make an argument for either. Vivi could have added spears underneath the towers versus knights, so Daut, he's already done damage with the range of his units. He's going to continue to abuse the map of Vivi here and now abuse his range. So Vivi is going to add knights, which is not ideal. And Daut, yeah, see, look, Vivi's trying to buy stone. He puts 3 villagers in the tower there, Vivi. And Daut kills 2. This is not good. 637. So now this is just unfortunate for Vivi. Not have the stone to build the castle. Look at that. Needs 10 more stone. That's just unfortunate. This is giving Daut more and more time to kill vills. Going for the farm vills. He kills 2 of them. The weak farmers were placed there from the boar lore earlier. That's normally where players place their first farm. So Daut shows up to that area. And now he's behind the wood line killing vills. There's always going to be a struggle for Vivi with this civ matchup and then this map. He's building his castle, though. We'll see if he can bring it back. What works versus conquistadors except monks? Well, I think cav archers are good because it's as fast as the conquistadors and they're affected by ballistics. But they're certainly not as strong pound for pound. You just need to outmass the conquistadors. You said except monks. I mean, monks are a great idea because they have 9 range. It's just a good defensive move, though. It's not good to kill them out in the open field. Oh my goodness. I just see vills dying left and right for Vivi now. That's some more than enough damage. He's going to kill another villager. And Vivi's going to call it the GG. Yeah, that was a game where Vivi needed to do damage with the forward. The second that Daut defended from that, he was always going to have a big lead. And Vivi tried. I would have considered calling the GG there after those 4 villagers died. But Vivi tried, and Daut finished him off. Well played. That's why you see early GGs at the top level. Because 4 villagers down, sure, it might not have been completely over. But this is what it turns into, right? So I see a lot of people, especially on YouTube, you know, say like, OMG, someone called an early GG. It's just because the pros know when a game is over and they know what will come their way if they don't call it. And Daut did an excellent job there. So pretty quick game. And we'll go into game 3 now. I'll show you the civs they have remaining. Daut with 22 kills and 10 deaths. Now that was probably the weakest civ that Vivi had in his civ draft. And with that pick, that was the strat he was going for. So, that being said, the civ for Daut was excellent at defending it with the extra attack. Pros go Cav Archers with Magyars and 1v1s. Yeah, it's a very strong civ. It's like Knights but stronger, the Magyar civ. Because an Imperial, well, in each age you're getting the extra attack on your units. You still get Halb, you still get the you still get Skirm, and then the Cav Archers have the unique tech, and the unique tech from the Cav Archers make it stronger than Hun CA. It's just that Hun CA have the discount. How much monies are on the line? I think it's about $200 now, Masuda Man. Yeah, as Skip said, when experts make a mistake, that will likely snowball, correct? Vivi lost 24 points, so Vivi gained 8 points. This is the problem with hitting 2.4k. You need to play people who are also next to your rating. Vivi is top of the ladder right now, so Vivi got 8 points from beating Daut in game 1, which was an amazing game for those of you that just got here. You'll have to rewatch that. And then game 2, he lost 24 points. So you need a huge win streak to ever hit 2.6k. To show you the current ladder, if you guys are curious. This is the 1v1 ladder. Oh, Tato's at the top now. After that game, Tato's at the top. And Tato's been playing really well lately. So it's Tato, Vivi, Leary, Hart, and Tim in the top 5 on Voobly. And look at this lowly scrub down here, Viper. Not playing rated 1v1s. It's almost as if there was a team game tournament or something. MBL, Backed, Yo. I mean, these are all names that you expect to be in the top 10. It's funny because you look at the ladder and there's almost always more than one account for a certain player. Like Dawn is Vivi's account. So this is Vivi, this is Vivi. Is this Vivi? Oh, this is Tim. So Tim has this account. Tim has this account. You know, they create different accounts and they work their way up the ladder. I think that's kind of funny. Didn't Viper hit 2.7k at one point a while ago? No, not in the current ladder. I don't think anyone's ever hit 2.7k. On the old ladder, there were 6 players. Let's see if I can remember this. There were 6 players to hit 2.6k. The old ladder was Viper, Daut, Alive, Chris, GTL Chris, who's a Canadian legend, but he doesn't play anymore. Shoot. Maybe it was Coven, and I forget, but there were 6 players in the past to do that. It's a little bit more possible now, but I don't think anyone has ever hit 2. Oh, Jordan 23 did as well, yeah. I don't think anyone has hit 2.7k on any ladder. I also don't think Riot was active prior to 2012. I could be wrong on that. I don't think Riot was in that list. Raggy says, so Tachito is basically the best player in AoE right now. I mean, when you're this good, you have to... It's fun to look at. Like, the points and the ladder is fun to look at. I can show when someone's in good form. But Viper being 9th place on the ladder does not mean Viper is 9th in the world in terms of skill, does it? It's just down to if they're playing rated games, and you know, you could get 2.6k by beating players who are 2.2k, who are just noobs in comparison to you, right? So I think it's more so down to showing your form, but I would not really give that I wouldn't give that a lot of weight in terms of like judging it on how good someone is. Okay, guys, I'll look that up later. There were 6 players. I remember I had it on my overlay a year ago. I forget exactly. There's a few players on that list who weren't active. We have Vivi here yet again. It's now 1-1 in this best of 7. Vivi is playing as the Chinese. And then he is Chinese, so he should know the way of the Civ. Last time he had a pretty all-in civilization. This time he doesn't have an all-in civilization. He has a Civ that's versatile, but he has a Civ that has an awful map. The Civ doesn't have an awful map, but this is just bad for him. Woodline here for him, Woodline here. Doesn't want to take the one on the hill again like he had to last game. Just look at the gold positions. This massive hill is right next to all of his golds. This will be tough. His main stone is forward. His secondary stone is at least in a safe-ish position. You look at Daut's base, and, well, I mean, this isn't the best for Daut either, but I'd say it's better because he doesn't have all the hills that Vivi has. He'll have to move out to this woodline later on, which is exposed. This one won't last him too long because he has a pond. Main gold, secondary gold. The third gold is over on the right-hand side next to both of his stones. There was a time when the ladder meant something, but Viper's lackadaisical attitude towards rated games combined with his clout in the community completely devalued the ladder. I disagree. I completely disagree. That's very harsh on Viper. Man, I've been casting for God knows how long, and it's not just Viper who plays differently in rated games. It's not just Viper. Every pro likes to experiment and do different things, especially now with the new civs. I think that's a bit harsh on Viper. And there's nothing wrong with it either. Like, the ladder still means something. I'm just saying that, like, it doesn't show going into a tournament who's going to have the guts and who's going to be able to have the nerves of steel, you know? So, Chinese, as I said, they can do virtually anything. But to start, you're often seeing a drush with them, or 22 pup scouts, or just straight archers. I don't think you can have the comfort to go with scouts here. I could be wrong because he has these two lumbers, but I don't think I'll be comfortable going scouts. Maybe we'll see a drush or man-at-arms from Vivi. I mean, he's lured in plenty of deer, which would indicate he'll want the food for scouts. Now, Daut, he's Italians. Italians, one of those civs where you normally start off with man-at-arms and go into archers. And the early barracks from Daut is pretty much telling me he will do just that. Yeah, Flo, I mean, it's difficult to go with man-at-arms or drush, but it's something that is necessary with the map, I feel, you know? Like, if he walls this off, that'll make his woodline a bit safer, but still, this is very exposed. And I'm up against Italians if you expect man-at-arms. I almost feel like that's what Vivi should shoot for here. And he's going to try and up now, and he has the food for it, and he's sending 2 to gold, so he'll go man-at-arms. Illegible, the settings are very simple. We have the civ draft to show you later on. I already know what civs they're going to be choosing from. Does Vivi see this villager going forward? Doubt considering that, maybe. Look at that. Vivi spots this. This is so huge as the T90 babes come forward. It's all Arabia today, and they've already drafted the civs. I'll show you all the civs later on after this match. Drush, the R8R, stands for Dark Age Rush. So with man-at-arms, you create militia as they're doing now, and then you upgrade it in feudal. With a drush, you stay in Dark Age and create the militia and go to your enemy's base. Now, I think Vivi... Now, he was down the sheep there. He expects this. And Daut is sending forward 4 villagers. And he's going with what will be 1, 2, 3, 4 men-at-arms. And he wants to tower this. So he's playing Vivi style versus Vivi. We'll see how that works out. The dragon is the king of forwards, and now he sees Daut going forward. And he's also letting Daut know that he has seen that, and he's added his own 4th militia. I don't know, Daut. It's going to be tough to fight up this hill, man. Vivi's waiting for this. Daut is just building a forward archer range. Maybe considering a tower at first, but going to build his archer range forward. Vivi's sending a few more vills here. And Daut running in with his scout to see this, and he's thinking, oh boy. Might want to be careful with my women. Their husband's back at home waiting for him. Let's see. Vivi's response now. This is his point of view. He sees the villagers. He has his man-at-arms. Oh god, this in one single fight could end the game for either player. And I gotta think that Vivi has the home field advantage, so you gotta like his chances here. And the micro was good to start here. You gotta fight with your vills, so you have to click, and then you have to micro your man-at-arms as well. Your scouts, everything. It's so complex. But Daut just got so wrecked, man. He just got completely destroyed by Vivi. It wasn't even close, dude. Oh my god. You don't forward the dragon, dude. You don't forward the dragon, Daut. Oh, he tried. He saw the map and he chose the right strategy considering the map, but Vivi out-microed him so hard there. It wasn't even close, man. I assume the archer range gets walled up. I assume all of Daut's forward villagers will die. And Daut has 20 vills versus the 29 of Vivi. So there was also a lot of idle time for Daut, I imagine. This is exactly what happened last game, pretty much. Daut able to pick off a weak villager, that's nice. But this is what we saw last game from Vivi trying something, and Vivi failed, and now Daut failing. It's a style of play, it's a strategy that's very difficult to win with consistently. And you rarely see Daut do something like that for that reason, because it's a high risk, high reward type situation, and oftentimes that risk is not worth it. Now, Vivi's response is very different than what I expected here. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's not different than what I expected. It's different than what Daut did last game, as mainly down to the civs, but still. Vivi's just going forward, and he's already seen the tower placed by Daut. That means he can tower here to deny that gold. And that's the problem with building a preemptive tower. And Daut now sending a villager here to wall, and he's gonna realize he'll be in harm's way here in a moment. Not only the wolf, but the units will arrive. Vivi creating archers from home. He has 7 military versus 0 military of Daut. Daut can't get his stones comfortably, and yeah, here's the tower from Vivi. Now, I think Vivi should delete this and reposition it. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. And now Daut, he needs to fight this almost, doesn't he? I mean, he has skirms, but the man-at-arms are there for the skirms. I'm sorry I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at Daut. I'm just laughing like with all of you. This is what he needs to do. But he's losing more villagers. He might stop the tower from going up, you know? If he can kill all 4 of Vivi's villagers, maybe this is worth it. But, you know, he's lost 3 villagers now. Vivi has lost 2. Okay, Vivi lost 3. Okay, that might have just worked out. I mean, still the vill count is really in favor of Vivi, but it wasn't bad defense from Daut there. He denied that tower. And all 4 villagers did die, so what was it? 4-4 there with vills? 3-4? Pretty close in the end. Now a stable for Vivi. He sees Daut is only on skirms and he's going to add some scouts. Smart move. Now this is a transition I've been trying to harp on about lately, so people can improve on their play. As I've been trying to close in on 2K on Voobly, I've realized how big this transition is. I assume Vivi's going back forward with his vills, because, you know, it's Vivi. But, if you go man-at-arms into archers and your opponent just has full skirms, what you should do is not what Vivi's doing now, but you should keep your archers alive, and then add the stable. So, he's gonna fight with vills before the scouts arrive, but you add that stable, and it's wonderful. It opens up so much of the map for your archers. And yeah, Daut trying to quick wall that off, and not fast enough. See what I'm saying about Vivi, though? He does some weird things, and you could easily throw an advantage with it. He's number 2 on the ladder at the moment, so he's obviously doing something right, but he's coming forward with villagers, and he doesn't have stone for the next tower. Okay, he does now. Did he buy that? No, I guess he's just collected it. So he wants to try and tower again. And Daut, in turn, will add archers. And Vivi, thinking twice about this tower, I guess, and is running away for a moment. What a funny game. It's always funny when Vivi's involved. Yeah, there's only 1 archer there for Daut, so he should fight this, and yes, I mean, this is so strong. I love the style. He uses his skirms versus any archers that Daut makes, and then the scouts are there as a buffer and to kill the skirms from Daut. And Daut must know that another tower is going up here, but he can't stop it. The spear also won't work because Vivi has skirms. Now, Daut, he ranged a few of the villagers. Vivi sent more than 4 this time. He's trying to finish Daut off. As skirms don't kill vills very quickly, but the archers that are popping out do. Is Vivi gonna get this tower up? I think Daut looking very good for him to hold yet again. I don't see why the tower was necessary, you know? I feel like Vivi had such a big advantage. He didn't need to give Daut an opportunity to come back into this, but he's just done that. And losing more villagers. Let's check the resources. Daut's resources all over the place, but he has the resources for archers now. I think Vivi should have just gone for the stable and gone for like normal orthodox fights, trying to hit the farms on this side or hit the wood line. I guess it would have been difficult to get in as Daut would have walled. But the Fat Dragon does what the Fat Dragon wants. The Fat Dragon has way more resources because he has those extra vills, but he's just thrown some of them away. I think Daut researched Wheelbarrow earlier than Vivi, so the vill count is a lot closer now because Vivi's researching that in his TC. I believe he researched it. Vivi running underneath the town center with all of his scouts. He has scouts that are pretty useless now because they're all low HP. And I think Vivi needs defensive towers. And Daut has more military, and there's the defensive tower. So Daut's definitely in this game. He has the better map. And now Vivi will stonewall up, which is a wise move when you have a map like this. That way you know the pressure's coming to this hill at all times. But Daut has stopped 2 towers from Vivi after losing all of his forward villagers. And Daut's gotta be closing in. Well, no, he's not. He's not. He's not even close to getting the resources to click up. That's a problem. Daut really ruins my commentary there. I was gonna say, oh, Daut's about to have the resources to click up. This is closer than I expected. No. He has to do a lot of damage with his archers and buy himself time if Vivi is gonna click up the castle, and yet Vivi has just done that. Kesikante and Billy Boy, thank you guys for the Prime subs. I'm sorry, I saw your subs come in at the same time. Been so focused on this match because it's crazy. Vivi losing skirms now. Vivi has taken some really poor engagements. It all started with one very good defensive engagement, and then Daut since then has been closing in on Vivi in all the fights. So I think Daut would need to market here. You see how he's floating so much gold? I almost feel like he should add the market and buy some food. Oh, and he didn't have Wheelbarrow earlier either, so the vill count was still pretty large. And with the hill and the defense upgrades and the tower, I don't see how Daut can really push up here. Too much of a risk. He's going to lose 5 to 6 archers even trying to get underneath that tower. And I guess Vivi will go with the elite skirm route and 2 stable knights, something that Daut might expect, but he doesn't see the second stable. Does not know that Vivi has the upgrades either on his cavalry units. Daut and Vivi games so much slower than Viper vs. Vivi games. You think so? I don't think so. It depends what your definition of speed is, I suppose. You also probably didn't see game 1, because game 1 was all about speed. It depends how the civs play out. And I feel like they've both played the maps and the civs as they should here. Ah, Casacante says, saw me at Rocket Beans. Welcome. Good to see you came in from Rocket Beans. Appreciate the sub. So, I can't give any details. Did Vivi just delete his archery range? Oh, he did for TC, okay. I can't give any details, but Donnie and I will be doing something similar to the Viper Challenge I posted on my YouTube within the next month. I don't think that'll be streamed by Rocket Beans. I think that Donnie and I might stream that on our personal channels, but Donnie and I do have a special coming up I'm really excited about. Now, here's the thing. Vivi, what he has done, this counters when someone has a lot of skirms. Daut has a lot of archers. So, Daut can actually hold with a few spears and the archers clumped up. He can hold versus the early night push. Now, what Vivi could do is run through the open gap, and he could try and hit the farmers and kill a few vills, but he certainly cannot take the main engagement. So, Daut will hit Castle Age and he will have a large force. I still give Vivi a nice edge, and this is how you need to play it if you're Vivi and you recognize what Daut's doing. just not fight the main group. But Daut will at least get crossbows, and maybe he can push back. It'll be tough, though. I imagine Vivi will add a siege workshop. And yeah, already 2 villagers down now for Daut. Okay, these knights just running away. If you missed game 1 was the best game of the series. That will go to YouTube. Definitely recommend watching the past broadcast after I go offline today. It was just a fantastic display of what Vivi does in hitting vulnerable areas. He's so good with his mobility. Well, he's going to run away with his knights now. Daut has 33 military versus 8 from Vivi. But here's the problem. Now there's a siege workshop for Vivi. He's on 2 town centers. He's on 3 town centers, in fact. So he has a huge vill advantage. And this is where Daut needs to do damage. Because if he doesn't do damage, if they just both boom up and play Farmville at home, Vivi will hit the Imperial Age much, much earlier. And Daut, recognizing that, gets Thumb Ring and Ballistics immediately. So he knows the situation here. He's going just for military upgrades. Oh man, this is a lot of knights. Still not enough to kill this with Thumb Ring and Ballistics. But the Siege Workshop will be enough. 2 Mangonels defends against this, and they'll have the hill. Gonna be very difficult for Daut. You such a Vivi fanboy, give Lord Daut respect he deserves. What kind of respect is... how am I disrespecting Daut, man? I feel like if you call someone Lord, you're also a fanboy. Like, I love Daut. But Daut is way behind here. I'm not gonna say, oh, Daut is a god of the game! He can do it! I mean, he can, but he's behind. I'm a commentator. I gotta talk about what's happening. And had Vivi not stonewalled this off, I feel like Daut could have maybe found some areas that were vulnerable. But he stonewalled that off, and now Vivi knows the army is here. He can decide to hit Daut's eco with his knights. Or he could use the knights and the Mangonels to kill the crossbows. He's just really far behind now, Daut. He's so far behind, in fact, that he hasn't taken a fight yet, and this game might virtually be over. Now, Vivi, oh god, Vivi's looking with his Mangonels. Oh god, see, look at this. He knows that Daut's gonna run back home. He doesn't see the crossbows from Daut at home. Oh, please, Daut, don't lose your crossbows. It'll just make matters worse here. Look how close they are to seeing each other. Oh no, there'll be an attack round here. Does Daut not see this? Oh, he's gonna try and micro it. Okay. We all know about how Daut is a god of the game and how he has fantastic micro, right? Well, like, Daut is actually... The one bad thing about his play at times is the micro. I mean, it's not... Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? It wasn't great considering the knights are in his base. He tried, okay? He tried. But, you know, he's down 30 vills. Vivi's all over him with knights. Just look at the losses Daut has taken. And he's coming back with crossbows that just won't assist now. And this is the game. Vivi's gonna take this game. You know, there's a funny clip. I'll try and find it. But Daut on his stream was saying... he was saying, back in my day, people didn't need to use these tricks. People didn't need to micro. You know? I find it funny. Vivi knows he can comfortably trade underneath the town center of Daut. He knows that he's idling eco, and this game is over. 45 vills for Daut, and 18 of them idle, while Vivi has 1 idle out of 83. Yeah, this game is over, and we're going to have to see the next one soon. But the fact is, guys, he had to do something with the military. Had he stayed at home and not lost his units, he still would have lost it later on and just died. So, I can at least appreciate the fact that Daut recognized he needed to go forward. But... it's certainly not a stylish finish for him, and there's the GG. Well played, Vivi. Again, he stopped the forward of Daut. He was questionable going forward. I mean, that was a throw from Vivi there for a while. There was a lot of T90 throws.
Hail it to the kings of Africa. Daut just wanted to let Vivi win this and used his almighty powers up in the final. Smile, wish you the best, Tristan.
Yeah, totally, Vondius, totally. I mean, Vivi, again, gave Daut an opportunity to come back into it, but Daut just didn't have enough after the early losses. I feel like when the archery range was denied or walled off, and Daut lost the vills, he not only lost the vills, but he had a lot of idle time, because there was about a 10 villager difference after that engagement, and he was unable to come back from that. Vondius, thank you for 19 months. Holy. Yeah, Vondius, you were one of the very first, man. Thank you so much. Vondius, one of the many people I've been able to meet in Age of Empires meetups as well. It was great meeting you, dude. I think, Vondius, you're the only person I've signed an autograph for, too. Did I not sign your shirt? I'm pretty sure you have the first ever T90 official autograph. Thank you for 19 months of support. There's the KD for Vivi, but it all came down to this in the end. I think I signed your shirt. Pretty sure. It was a horrible signature. Sharpie on shirt just does not mix. Yes, the shirt with the autographs is in my basement. Yeah, I got it. That's cool. Alright, so it's 2-1 now for Vivi. Welcome everybody to the stream. This is a best of 7. This best of 7 is for around $200. It's between Daut and Vivi. Vivi now is back up to number 1 on the ladder on Voobly, so he's number 1 in the world in terms of 1v1 rating. Daut, I think he's top 15 or something now, but it's been a close series so far. I haven't had breakfast yet. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. It's almost 10 a.m. I'm starving. Got plenty of games, though. I'm more hungry for Age of Empires than I am for breakfast, so we'll do Age of Empires. So Daut had Magyars in game 2, game 3 had Italians. It was Spanish in game 2 for Vivi, and then that game he had Chinese. So these are the civs they have available. This will be on Arabia. Yellow Lentils, who told you to ask that? Just curious. Joe Manal says, sign my tits, please. Yeah, sure. No problem. Do you agree with Viper yesterday that Aftermath lost because of the lack of strat, only relying on their skills? I don't think Viper meant that that was all of it. I think that was a big part of it. And I would say that Aftermath had a poor day, like a very poor day in terms of how they normally perform. But also they had issues with their strategies. So it was a combination of both. Malay, Byzantines, Franks, and Incas. If I was down and I wanted a victory, as Daut will want here, I would go with any civ here but Franks, I feel. I know Daut is a huge fan of the Malay. I think maybe Incas, because Incas do well versus Huns, Britons, and Japanese and Vikings that can be questionable, but maybe Incas for Daut. I'm not too sure. I don't want to talk about yesterday too much for Mentataring, because there's probably quite a few people who have not seen all the finals. I just casted it yesterday, and I also just uploaded it to YouTube. So for those that are coming in from YouTube, maybe for the first time, I don't want to spoil it if they haven't seen the games yet. This is the clip from Daut. So this is Daut talking about the good old days when people didn't use to micro. This is funny.
I will freaking never learn those small tricks. I prefer to take it slow, make good strategic choices than freaking micro and quick roll and other new things. Those things didn't exist when I played Age of Empires.
That's funny. You know, it's true though. There wasn't... The pings were so bad back then that it was all about strategic decisions and good placements and good counters. There wasn't a lot of micro. You know, nowadays, with the new user patch on Voobly, it's almost like single player in 1v1s. And even when you're playing someone from China, there's not really that much lag. So it really puts a lot more emphasis on your unit control. I think that's funny, though. All right. Oops, there we are. All right, ladies and gents, welcome to Game 4. This is between Vivi and Daut on the map Arabia. It is Franks for Daut. That's the one civ I said Daut wouldn't pick because I'm a moron. And then Japanese for Vivi. Daut is currently down 2 games to 1. I think there's about $200 going to the winner of this show match today. I'm not exactly sure on the details. It's also worth pointing out there's one restart for both players. Vivi used his in game 1, and Daut, if he has a bad map, which he kind of does, or a bad start, he can choose to use a restart. I'll start with Daut's map, and then we'll move on to Vivi's, and we can discuss the Civ matchups a little bit. So it's quite interesting. I like the wood lines for Daut. I mean, considering he has all these forward golds and stones, I do like this wood line here. The Franks, it's almost silly to not go scouts, and this is a very good wood line to go scouts within feudal and maybe get some strong trades, and then this map won't be too much of an issue if he can get that map control. But I will say, if he loses this wood, the rest of his wood is down here. It's almost all in this corner, and nothing is forward. His second and third gold are forward on the hill, his main stone, his secondary stone, all in the same area of the screen, and then he has his main golds here as well. So that can be tough, but the gold, you know what? It's close enough to the TC where it can be safe from any pressure that might come in. If he walls towards the town center here, and then walls here, he has safe wood, he has safe deer, safe berries, and that's a good, strong start for Daut. Vivi's Japanese, and Vivi, well, I don't think any of the maps are going to be perfect, but this map he can also work with. He has woodline on the back, safe gold, safe stone. The problem will be wood for him as well, I suppose. This woodline and this woodline, his only safe options. He'll have to go up here later on. This one won't be really good for him. And geez, you know, if he cuts through that, if we're talking about Imperial Age, he's going to have to be way out here on the right-hand side. There's very little wood in the north of the map for both players. What would you think about Plains Everything? Basically Arabia, but without forest, just standalone trees. It'd be different. It'd be different, Iverson. It'd be different, man. Sound like I called you Iverson. Karth, welcome. Thank you for the prime. Jack, can we get some T90 champs for all the new subs today? Thank you guys for coming in with the love. I think that the forward stones and golds of Daut suits Vivi's Civ style. Vivi is very good when it comes to aggressive forwards, man-at-arms and towers, and if Vivi scouts this, Vivi's gonna have a field day with it. It's just a matter of if Daut can push it back. I feel like Daut might have the map where he can defend from it, but when you have all these forward golds and stones against a player like Vivi, who excels with towers and man-at-arms, that makes it very tough. How could have Daut won last game? Well, Mooseman, after he lost his forward, it was going to be tough. What Daut, if you lose a forward like that, if you lose 4 vills and then you're behind 8, and that was Daut's situation, you can't push back right away because you won't have the economy. Your opponent's going to have more military. So I feel like Daut should have kind of been greedy. He created a lot of feudal age military that in the end didn't do anything for him. I think instead what I would have done, I would have cut back on the archer numbers, and that would have given me more wood for earlier farms, and that would have given me more gold to use the market with to get to castle. And then maybe had he hit castle faster with less military, it would have been better because he would have had the tech advantage. But yeah, it's very difficult to talk about how Daut could have brought that back because the reason he fell behind was because of a really poor forward attempt. And Vivi says thank you, and that's because Daut's sending him the sheep. Oh, so kind. I thought they were gonna lame each other because this is for money. The fat dragon is thankful, but that does not mean fat dragon will not burn Daut down. What happened to your YouTube exclusive Stronghold series? Still on schedule or on hold?
Didn't get chance to donate yesterday. Less than 3rd of May this money go to a future T90 series between the legends Fat Dragon and Fat Slob.
Fat Dragon and Fat Slob, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I bet you Vivi'd be scared to play Fat Slob, as most pros are. Craves, thank you for the $5, man. Yeah, yesterday was insane, with almost 5,000 viewers. The Stronghold series is something I've toyed around with, but in all honesty, I put a lot of pressure on myself to make good Age of Empires content and consistently improve, and it's just not good enough right now. I know, we had 5,000 people yesterday, we have 1,000 right now. on a Monday morning. But seriously, I think I can improve. I think things can really improve. So I need to work harder on the Age of Empires content before I can branch out. I need to improve, whether that be my commentary or my organization or a bunch of different things. I need to step it up a little bit. So I'm going to use all my time for Age until I feel like I can justify spending time with something else. I didn't get to this stage with lackadaisical streaming and organization. You know, like I put a lot of pressure on myself to constantly improve. It's like a challenge versus myself, you know, and also at the same time I'm quite competitive, you know, so I need to work on a couple things that I have in the back of my mind. You should get better viewers. Okay, so this is exactly what I expected. Man-at-Arms, forward, Vivi, what has he seen here? Yeah, he's seen enough. He's seen the hill, he's seen the stone, and this is, so far, just like Game 1. Vivi did this in Game 1, and he had the victory. Now, Daut hits Feudal faster, and he starts building his tower on his stone. And let's see how he deals with this. Daut did go for scouts, and again, he has the safe woodline to go to. He could have started here. I don't think it's the end of the world for him to leave this lumber, but still, he will have to leave it. When are you going to become a full-time Fortnite streamer? I don't find shooter games enjoyable. I know you're joking, but I don't find shooter games as enjoyable as RTS games. At least I couldn't do it consistently, you know? So you know what? I don't think the situation is all that bad for Daut. Daut has another wood line. The issue will be keeping his vills working, because he'll soon run out of berries, so he'll need farms. But he has the defensive tower on his stone. If he walls towards his mining camp, he can be just fine, and that's exactly what he'll do. So Vivi has a lot of pressure forward. However, this pressure is soon going to be, well, not denied, but it'll be halted. And Daut, recognizing he has a good possibility to counter. And Vivi has full walled. So, you know what? Maybe it's not too bad for Vivi because he won't be hit. Daut already finding full walls. But these are Frank scouts. They have extra HP. And I know these are Japanese infantry units, but still, like Daut with his mobility, yeah, look at this. He could find a Vil pick, and he's kind of stopping this forward in its tracks. Vivi's style is extremely successful, but it is difficult to be consistent with. You're seeing a best of 7 with Vivi. You're probably going to see him lose some games because, well, sometimes this just doesn't work out. He's sending forward spears now so he can keep his units safe and continue with the towers, but this is always very difficult. Seth, thank you so much for the Prime sub, my friend. Thank you for coming in with that. Nils, thank you for 10 months. What's up, Nils? Mulan McNugget Sauce, thank you for 2 months. Walker, welcome. Thank you guys for subbing to the stream today. You know, Daut, he doesn't want the towers to reach his gold, so he's going to build a tower here. He has to be careful with this placement, because had he placed it here, for example, then Vivi could run up here and build his tower and still range the gold, similar to what we saw last game. And Daut able to pick off 1 unit there, but he's not stopping that tower. He has the Frank farms. He's even towered his wood line. I feel like Daut has done a really good job of defending here. Vivi now trying to move in and seeing a tower from Daut, and will have to delete his tower. And this is just idle time for Vivi that he will not be happy with. Daut maybe trying to push forward yet again. And Vivi's economy is likely not as strong, and now Daut building another good defensive tower. And Vivi running away yet again. See, this is what Daut excels at. Daut last game tried to do what Vivi was doing. And, well, ironically, he was in Vivi's situation where he couldn't... Well, it wasn't quite as good as Vivi's now, because he lost all of his vills. But still, like, he failed with the forward, and Vivi now is not really progressing very far. Daut's very good at defending in these situations. He has the safe golds. He has to continue to keep that safe. These golds later on are going to be something that Vivi will have control over, and that is something that Vivi will definitely focus on. I want to see the difference in eco. As Daut's getting wheelbarrow, he has a total of 16 farmers. Very strong farm number to go straight into Knights and Castle. Vivi, I think he'll rely on the market a bit here. Because he hasn't added an archery range. He might place a market soon and sell some stone and buy some food. He has the idols forward and he has 13 farmers, so he's behind in terms of food. That will bring him to the next stage. And yeah, he's gonna finish this tower now. And oh no, it's an outpost. It's a trick. It always works. It always works. I think it tricked Daut as well. Daut really looking for an opportunity to fight this. Vivi needs to continue to move his units around here to keep Daut off of him. At the same time, he's running into the tower fire from Daut. Daut trying to pick off these villas. They're all weak. Oh, and his tower goes up. The tower denied for Vivi. Vivi losing units. He didn't lose any villagers, but all of his protection gone for these villas. There's no way this tower goes up now. Oh, and Daut as well now going to build a market. I think that's a wise idea because you want to hit castle with a faster time. Now I say as well, yeah, Vivi has built his market and he's selling stone, buying food, and he'll advance to castle. So all things considered, very good for Daut. A lot more idle time for Vivi because he's had these forward vills, and I don't even know if these forward vills can make it back home safely. I think he'll consider staying forward. He's now building another tower. He just wants to be stubborn in this area, and he does know that he can get the upgrades on the towers in the next stage and maybe range this gold a bit. An interesting decision here from Vivi. Vivi needs to be careful. I don't think he sees this. Okay, he does. That was close. Daut can't stick around here, so this tower will go up. Ian Browntown with 103 bits. Says, dang, class about to get in the way of watching AoE. I guess someone has to learn treadmill crane. Hashtag engineering. Thank you, Ian. That's awesome, man. Thank you again for the bits. So, I'm thinking Vivi stays aggressive and maybe adds monasteries? Siege and monks? A third tower? Are you kidding me? Is he going to go for an early university? He's getting fletching now. Will he just stay at home and go for university, get guard tower, and get Bodcanero? Wow, this is unorthodox. Now, Daut, he has added one more scout. And once these towers get the upgrades, he will lose access to some of his gold. This is something I did not expect after Vivi started losing ground. I doubt other golds are here. I love Vivi because he's so good when it comes to map control. Daut has tons of resources. He's going for a siege workshop immediately so he can try and kill these towers. I'm telling you, this guy, if you have forward golds, he will abuse it. And this is a good player to learn from. Like, the style is so smart. I learned a lot when I started focusing on pressuring vulnerable areas of the map, like the golds. Constantly thinking about, okay, they have one gold that they can take. I'll deny the other two and just starve them from it. That's exactly what Vivi has done. And Vivi's getting Bodcanero only for his towers and building a forward monastery and a forward siege workshop. This is a style that if I was playing against, I'd be tilted because you can't counterattack him. You simply have to deal with what he has thrown at you at the front. And even now, it's going to be difficult for Daut to even attack this. Now, let's see. If Daut can get in, Vivi may be recognizing this possibility. Yeah, I think he's getting pikemen now. And he's going to try and stop Daut from going through the palisade walls, which of course is a strong possibility. And Vivi losing 2 of his spears before pikemen. That's not the best for him. But the monks will come out, and you have to keep in mind that Daut, he has kind of a one-sided civ. He rarely want to go archers here. He's coming with 3 battering rams and the knights. You know what? I think he can do this. Had he gone for mangonels first? No. But if he's going with the battering rams, then maybe. Now, Vivi gets a conversion. This knight can help out a lot versus the battering rams. The mangonel that Vivi has, he's going to want to use versus the battering rams, but he can't come outside of the siege workshop because Daut still has knight numbers. Daut finishes off the monk. He finishes off the knight that he lost, and Vivi still looking to get forward with the pikemen. They are nowhere to be found, and I think Daut will get his golds back. What a cleanup from Daut. He's going to have a Vil lead. He's going to have an eco lead, and you know, the whole strategy was dependent on, like, it was built up towards this, and it's failed for Vivi. He tried to go for bodkin arrow. He does not have any archers, so just huge investment into this strat. And he's just going to lose everything, and well played from Daut. I would have considered starting with Maganel, but with so many towers that wouldn't have worked, and that's exactly why Daut went for the battering rams, and he battered down those towers quite quickly there, and he'll take down this one, and he might take down these Vils as well. It's out with the big lead here in game 4, and now we see a defensive monastery, another barracks from Vivi, and he will add pikemen. Daut is on 1 TC, so I guess in terms of Vil count, it's still pretty close. But I think because Vivi's had 4 villagers forward this entire game, and he's invested so much into this, he's pretty far behind at the moment. Now, the beauty of Daut's situation is, while Vivi is adding the pikes, he can run away from the pikes. The pikes are great in this situation where Daut is forced to clean something up. But Daut doesn't have to fight this now, really. He can just avoid the pikes. He has no big dilemma because his gold is safe. Now he can consider transitioning with scorpions or something, you know. He can avoid this and hit Vivi's eco. Vivi, if he had 10 pikemen here, he would have held. But now the situation's very different. But still, Daut's engaging. I think he needs to be careful because Vivi's the YOLO kind of player. Daut engaging versus Japanese pikemen prior to the scorpions arriving. That was not something he needed to do. And here comes Vivi. Oh my god, he's going to go for a castle. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for a castle. He's banking up the stone. He has monks. He has Vils coming forward again. Daut sees this. Like, Daut could have transitioned. He could have waited for 4 to 5 scorpions. He could have waited, but he lost his advantage. And he'll lose more knights. It's always awkward as Franks because of the lack of transition into archers. Now we see redemption coming in for Vivi. So redemption means the monks can convert siege. 13 military versus 3. Vivi's a few Vils behind, but you know where he's going to place that castle, chat. You know he's going to place it here. Now, does Daut have the stone for his own castle? He doesn't. Will this castle be denied? Oh. Oh! Oh, okay. I thought the castle was denied by the scorpion. That was scary stuff. Now, this is Vivi's point of view. What he does not see is that Daut has the Maganel here. The Maganel for Vivi goes down. A monk for Vivi goes down. Villagers for Vivi go down. Is Vivi going to have a Daut castle versus Daut? One of Vivi's accounts was called Really Big Diao, which in Chinese I think stands for really big dick. Yeah, he's got some balls to be going for this strategy, and now Daut buying his own castle. He's Frank, so it's cheaper. Oh my god. You know, even if the scorpion gets one single hit on a Vil that's building, it's so big. It's so important. I think both castles will go up. Unbelievable. Yeah, both castles. Wait. That one knight. 85% for Vivi. Daut's gonna get his up first. Oh, please tell me this goes up for Vivi. Can the castle range the Vils? It can range the Vils, but the castle goes up anyway. Woo! That was close. That was very close. We're gonna call it well calculated. Vivi, it was never in doubt, I'm sure. Kappa. But now what does Daut do? He cannot take this gold. He cannot take these 2 golds. Vivi, if you would like now, could just add economy at home. I mean, of course, he's invested so much into these forwards, he doesn't have a lot of eco. Just look at this. But it's a style that's very successful. Oh, and Vivi's making petards. You've got to be kidding me, chat. You've got to be kidding me. Battering ram now for Daut. He should have the edge in killing this castle. Battering ram for Vivi now coming in on the other side. I feel like this battering ram would have been better suited in defense, in all honesty. Petards are too expensive. It's It's very risky, and I know that Snippy's in the chat probably, and Snippy is now laughing at me when I say it's not reasonable, but, oh god, he's using the petards versus the battering rams, what the hell? I think Vivi is just thrown his advantage. Daut has so many more vills. Vivi, the only thing he had going for him was the fact that he had the golds from Daut, and Daut, he's been surviving. And there's no way that Daut will lose his castle now. And Daut getting masonry as well to have some more strength on his units, and I think it's just a matter of time till Vivi loses his castle. And Vivi will lose the game then. He might not want to give it up. It would be just like Vivi to come forward again. But what's he going to do now once Daut gets his golds? What a best of 7. It'll be 2-2 if Daut gets the victory. I mean, I give him a big edge in that because he can get his gold back. He has so many town centers back here, and he's been selling some of that extra wood. Yeah, Vivi's going to build another siege workshop. Vivi's not finished. Vivi is not finished. You know, now Daut can make some throwing axemen versus pikes, which is quite nice, and he's maybe thinking about that. Oh! For a second, Vivi was going to convert the battering ram, but no! No conversion on the monk. And oh god, this is so good for Daut. Look at this. He'll kill the monk. He will kill the Maganel. And once again, he probably sees this and knows he needs to protect this area. He's coming over. I mean, Vivi just doesn't have a lot, except for a few monks. Daut just needs to snipe the monks and the rest will die. Vivi getting a conversion there, though. This guy is stubborn. He's so stubborn. More monks and pikes coming forward. I think Daut has enough wood to sell, though, don't you? And down goes a monk for Vivi, I think. What? No! Daut doesn't kill that monk. Yeah, there we go. Daut selling all that wood. It'll get more and more difficult to do that. What's Vivi up to at home? Is he adding eco? No, just one town center. I think he knows adding eco is a mistake now. He needs to continue to pressure Daut's gold, and micro's going to be needed with the Maganels. The samurai and pikes closing in on Daut's Maganel and killing Daut's Maganel. And now Daut with the throwing axemen. Now the throwing axemen are slow. They also don't have a lot of range, so the Maganel could kill them, but Daut's micro here, that's huge. That is absolutely ridiculous micro with 3 throwing axemen to kill 3 monks and then maybe kill Maganels after that. That was clutch micro from Daut. I know it's the meme, the Daut micro thing, but he's actually quite good with it at times, and now he'll build a castle. If this castle goes up, he pretty much denies Vivi an opportunity to win the game with the Vill lead he has. Come on, Daut, kill the Maganel, man. Just kill the Maganel, Daut. Kill it. There we go. Some unnecessary losses, but it's fine. The castle goes up. I guess, of course, he doesn't have these gold still, but I think he has enough to go towards the Imperial Age, and certainly enough to add something like Elite Skirmisher, or I'm not so sure. Look at his wood count. He has so much wood. He doesn't have the space for farm. Look at that mill from Daut. What a wonderful mill. It's bringing air from the atmosphere outside the map into the equation. It's really helpful and brings in extra food. Now, throwing axemen are one of my favorite units in the game we rarely see. There's a reason we rarely see them, but they are much stronger for Franks now. And Vivi throwing away the Maganels. I've been saying it for a while. I don't see a way back for Vivi, but Daut needs to get his food count up. He needs to get some mills in an open area. Add more farms. Vivi's gonna go up to Imp on 1 TC. And now building a castle. Oh my god. Oh my god. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh, here he comes. He's done it once. He'll do it twice. He's going for a forward castle. You know, again, if Daut uses his throwing axemen correctly, he might be able to deny this, but they're so slow. that they will die to Mangonels, so I think the castle goes up. This is actually a game that Vivi can win. It is possible, because Daut, he doesn't have the food to go towards Imp. I guess he's close to it. But a forward Japanese castle for Vivi. Vivi clicks to Imp. He's 30 vills behind. He's continued to keep his foot on the gas. And Daut's about to run out of this gold. Only 1,000 left. And does Daut not know about that? Oh, Daut doesn't even see this. Oh, he's going to be in for a rude awakening when he tries to build this castle. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Now he might even consider selling his stone for golds. I'm not sure. But Vivi, he will continue doing monks, and he'll go for Mangonels, and maybe monks, pikemen, Mangonels, trebs to finish off this game for Vivi. Can we get the T90 dragons in the chat? Because this guy should have been dead a long time ago. I've been writing him off all game, and he's still in this. Now, the downside is, since Daut has had so much more economy, he can actually make units. He can afford to go into something other than just a few pikemen and monks. And also, Daut has 2 castles. It could be 3 castles. And with 3 castles, then he could ultimately win the Treb War. How many conversions did Vivi get? Let's see. 12. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Iron casting now for Vivi. What is he making at home? Pikes. Okay, so I was right on that. He's definitely lacking wood. In fact, he might need to purchase some wood with all of Daut's gold. Now, if you purchase wood or food in this situation, it's actually giving an opportunity. Oh, he's purchasing stone so he can build another castle. Interesting. It's giving Daut an opportunity to sell those resources for a better price. Daut wants a good Mangonel trade. He will not. Oh, he was close to getting 2. That's not bad.
Then it's the week highlight. You are a fantastic person. Absolutely amazing, entertaining to listen to you talk so much bullshit that suddenly becomes super cool, and intrinsic love from Norway.
I'll take that as a compliment, man. Thank you, Will Harris, for 3 months. You're amazing, man. Thank you. Here's the first treb now for Vivi. Daut, he's going to have 2 in a second, so Daut's ahead in the treb war. And Daut going into the light cav, which of course dies to pikemen, but Vivi lacking mobility might be an issue. Ooh, and Daut is branching out here. You see how he's looking to raid Vivi's eco. This is good stuff from Daut. He's gone the whole way around the action, actually collecting extra stone out here. And he's going to work on collecting a few relics as well. Unfortunately for Daut, those extra golds are in the north. And I'm not quite sure where the second one is, but anyway, he's not close to getting that. It's probably in Vivi's base. Vivi can only get so many vills to repair here. It's important that both players repair their castles. Daut is close to his eco, so he's able to repair this. It still feels like Vivi is dead. You know, he's so far behind in pop, and now look at Daut's light cav, but you never know with the Fat Dragon. I still am I would be comfortable from in Daut's position. Hitting the eco now of Vivi, so Vivi will have less resources. Vivi's only focused on the front, so that'll be tough. And now Vivi's going to lose his castle. I think the Fat Dragon is going to have to give it up, guys. I think he's going to have to give up game 4. Now, this is looking pretty good for Daut. It was great defense. At the same time, though, Vivi just didn't die. That's got to be something that Vivi is comfortable with going forward, holding on. There are some players who, if they lose an advantage, they are pretty much dead. Vivi's certainly not one of them. He's played so well here. And still not calling the game just yet. As Lightcav hit his eco, he's down 60 population. And Daut will take down this castle soon. Yeah, this game is Daut's. Daut played this extremely well from Feudal Age onward. It was difficult, of course, and there were sloppy moments. That's what Vivi wanted, but it was important that Daut held and added extra eco and got his own castles up. And here you go. He's going to kill a trebuchet. He's about to lose his second castle, actually. Come on, Daut. You can't throw from this position, surely. Don't let Vivi do this to you, man. You have this game. Daut's gonna lose this... yeah, he'll lose this castle. But still has 50 more villagers. Still is raiding Vivi's eco. This guy will not go away. This Vivi character, I'm telling you, he's something else. Still can't help but feel like this is over. You just look at the resource difference. 20 food. Daut has 2.5k wood. He's housed at 150 pop. He's gonna add elite skirm, yeah. The only way that Japanese can counter elite skirm here would be to go for samurai, and the castles will be dead, so I don't even think Vivi can afford samurai. Now, I say the castles will be dead. Vivi's still repairing this, and he's using his own trebs. He's repairing his own trebs and trying to kill Daut's trebs. Sloppy stuff. This is why I said I felt like Vivi could have success versus Daut, because Daut, he might struggle versus all the messiness that Vivi offers. Okay, doesn't kill this treb. Vivi's castle's still up. Now, if he kills one of Daut's trebuchets here... oh my god! It's just so crazy how he doesn't die. Still, he seems dead. I gotta just stop calling it when Vivi's playing. You know? I gotta just say that he has an opportunity at all times. He's keeping his castle up. Daut, he does have this gold with 3 villagers, but that's it. And he has 1 relic. This individual has fallen off the earth. The earth is flat. It's unfortunate they couldn't hold a funeral for him. Yeah, I think Daut has it. He just needs to go skirms and light cav, and he should be able to win. Look at the score difference. Who continues to play at this stage but Vivi? Like, look at the score difference. 3,000 score difference for Daut. There we go. Vivi calls it. Well played, Daut. Great defense. But I gotta say, Vivi played incredibly well after taking those early losses. Compare that to Daut, who went forward last game in Feudal Age and was pretty much dead after his forward failed. Vivi's forward failed, and then he went forward again. And he took it to Imp. I don't know how he does it, but he's so good with YOLO plays. There's the KD for you. Very close in the end. Daut losing a lot of light cap to pikemen, I feel. Look at the food and wood difference. Double the wood and double the food of Vivi, because Daut was booming in that back corner. Now, you know what? Do you remember when that game started and I pointed out where the woods were located in that back corner? Imagine if Daut had his woods more to the north. I think it could have been a different game then. Of course, Daut might have responded differently, but you get what I'm saying. Where's Dave? Perfect time for I Am the Dragon. Dave is probably at work. Okay. So we just saw Franks from Daut, and we saw Japanese from Vivi. I'll update the scores and I'll show you what civs they have left. Now, this is a best of 7 for a couple $100, guys. Happy to have so many people here. PM901, thank you for the Prime sub, man. If you guys happen to be new to the stream today and you're wondering what all this Twitch stuff is about, I stream 5 days a week. I will be off tomorrow for sure, probably Wednesday. Gonna take more time off this week just so I can get some projects worked on. I've been postponing for far too long. But anyway, I post the schedule below the stream, and there's always a countdown to the next one. I'll have to post that schedule today for the upcoming week. You can follow my Twitter. I tweet that out, so you can also see it there. And then I post it on Discord if you're part of the Discord community. Best way to support my work is subscribing to the stream. It's $5 a month to get various emotes, which I'm sure chat can show you. And then also hundreds of streams a year, hundreds of YouTube videos. It's just the simplest way. Magical Eno, the 6-month sub to the stream. This is hi, first time here. Yeah, sure. Oh, Ducks, I'm loving the badge, man. Loving the badge. Looks good. Yeah, Ducks, I woke up at 7:30 for this because they rescheduled. So all of you in Europe currently enjoying your afternoon, I sacrificed for you. Yeah, T90 Dragon is for Vivi. Because during Battle of Africa, Dave and I made a big deal about Vivi, and his name was Fat Dragon then. He changed his name, which he often does, back to Really DL. I think we'll remove the T90 Dragon emote in a couple weeks, but we'll leave it for now. Just woke up and I'm from Europe. What's up, Yannick? Yeah. I haven't had breakfast either. I guess I'll start with lunch. I think game 6, I'll probably put some food in the oven. That way I can eat immediately when I finish the stream. Anyway, it'll be Arabia again. Malay, Byzantines, and Incas for Daut. That's what he has remaining. And it'll be Huns, Britons, and Vikings. Well, first of all, Vivi didn't pick any expansion civs, which is a bit peculiar if you ask me. He has Huns left, which can be countered by... I mean, Huns really win here with a good style of play. I feel like Incas, Byzantines, and Malay on paper are better. Britons, they can be countered by Incas and Byzantines. Malay, it depends. Vikings as well, so I feel like Daut has the stronger options in terms of civs remaining. But the styles of play are so different. It depends on how Vivi will want to play with the civs. That game should be starting within the next couple minutes. Because of his name, now we have a dick emote. No, we won't. We're gonna add a T90 love emote for when people sub to the stream and donate and spread the love. So I'm gonna have to work on some ideas for that. And then I'd love to add T90 OMG back. I think I'll add T90 OMG back first. We are 60-ish subs away from a new emote slot now. I have to double check on that. Let me see. The game will start up. Curious, I can tell you guys. It's crazy. Back when I only had 10 emote slots, I thought that when I had 28, that I would never have an issue with this. But I have all these ideas and we don't have room for it. It's crazy. And we don't want to remove any of the emotes we already have. We are 64 emotes, or 64 subs, or sub points away from the next emote slot. So we're not that far. Yeah, it's just sub points. So if there's a tier 2 sub that counts as 2 points, the tier 2 subs get the T90 golden woo, and then the tier 3 sub is the 5 emote slot, and they get the additional emote there as well. It's a bit confusing. All right, sweet. Let's do this. We have game 5, and this has been a really nice set of matches. Daut, he's playing as the Incas in the blue. And then in the red, we have Vivi. Vivi is playing as the Vikings. So I was just saying how I think the civilizations that Daut has left is better. But when I say that, I'm not thinking with the mind of the dragon. I'm thinking with the mind of someone who plays with standard builds, standard reactions. Vivi, he plays so differently. We saw this with SY in Battle of Africa. Vivi and his team, they chose civs that Dave and I didn't understand, and yet they still won because they choose it for their style of play. Now, Vikings is a civ that could counter Incas, but we'll talk more about that after we address these awful, awful maps. At least Vivi's is pretty bad here. He has the wood and the pond on the left, forward wood lines, hills on the main gold, hills surrounding his main stone. Secondary gold is here, and the third is forward. Yeah, this is a map where if I'm Vivi, I build my barracks on this hill, I wall towards this wood line and towards the edge of the map over time, and maybe build my archery ranges. Like, just build everything in front of the gold or on the hill with the gold, and then be aggressive. And that's what Vivi likes to do. Now, Daut, I'd say this is a much better situation for him. This wood line is acting as a wall for him. So this wood line's a good one to start with. Also has this one behind. Nice main stone and main gold pile. You know, on the bright side, it's close together. If he loses this, he loses it all at once. But I feel like because of the position of it, it'd be quite easy to secure both his main stone and main golds. His secondary gold is also in a nice position, and his third gold is a bit more exposed. But if you're versus Vivi and you have a secondary gold that's somewhat on the back or somewhere you can run to, that's always good. Because we saw how Vivi played last time. Vivi second stone bugged. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of bugged. That's good for Daut. If Daut sees that, he's gonna be happy. The cliff and the woodline are on opposite sides of it, so he can only access 2 tiles at once. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, also Daut has the deer here. I mean, how good does this get? Vivi has lured in 3 deer already, but Daut's map definitely better. And Incas are the civilization of counters. So what are Vikings good at? Vikings have strong infantry, and Vikings have strong archers. Well, Incas, they have the Eagle Warriors to counter the archers. They have the Skirmishers to counter the archers. They have the Onagers to counter the archers. Oh, well, I guess I won't go archers then, T90. I guess I'll go infantry. They have the Slingers to counter the infantry. They have the Champions to counter the infantry. They have the Arbalests to counter the infantry. So what do? Versus Incas, it's very tough. You have to take strong early advantages and hope that helps you against their counters later on. Incas are the civ of counters. Will there ever be a drunk T90 on Friday again? Yeah, Chastix, it's just, as I said earlier, there's a lot of things I'm trying to work on at the moment, and I put a little bit too much on my plate. I wanted to do more offline YouTube content, like the Legend videos and some casts that I couldn't do on stream. And when I started adding in all these other projects, and you know, you figure in the fact that I'd be getting drunk and then having to wake up on Saturday morning to cast again, it just became a lot. So I'm still fairly new to my schedule when it comes to full-time streaming, you know? So I'm working on it, but we'll do Liquor League again. We just won't do it at the frequency we did before. Oh, nice awareness from Daut. Oh, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Both of them building their barracks and finding the barracks with their scout. That's funny. Vivi did the same exact thing to Daut. This is something that you don't see at lower levels. This just goes back to the activity from their scout, you know? Like, this is something that's huge, both seeing that they're building the barracks and then denying the barracks. And we see it so often at the higher levels because their scouts are always in the right position. That is funny how it happens at the same exact moment, though. Jeez. Jaredus, welcome. Thank you for the prime. Enjoy the emotes, man. Thank you for the T90 woos chat. When will we see a 1v1 diplomacy? It's funny. That's probably a joke because 1v1 and diplomacy don't mix. But I'm really going to try and start my project where I play my brother in the game this week. And if that happens, we will probably play diplomacy. We'll be allies because he's a bit of a noob, you know? And then we'll set some rules up and then we'll turn each other to enemy later on. I feel like that'd be really fun for the YouTube audience. So I've watched thousands of Vivi games and well, not thousands, hundreds of Vivi games. And I've never seen him go forward, ever. Oh wait, I'm confusing players. I'm sorry. He goes forward like every game. So he's sending 2 villagers forward this time, and he's going with man-at-arms again. Daut, as I said earlier, very good with his scouting, and oh, he's waiting for it. So he sees the vills. Now, Daut reacted pretty well in previous games. I think Daut would prefer to be in this position where he's defending. Daut created an extra militia, maybe expecting this, getting man-at-arms, and it will be 4 man-at-arms for both. However, Vivi doesn't have all of his units grouped together at the moment. Daut is expecting more than 2 villagers, I imagine. So he's sending his vills out here, expecting that there will be 5 or 6 from Vivi, and he needs to fight this. This is a good response regardless for Daut. And Vivi just going with forward archer range. LOL, does the T90 Dragon have McDonald's? Yeah, his account was called Fat Dragon, man. That's why he has McDonald's fries and shake. So Daut's done everything right. I mean, oh, he's gonna tower this as well? Oh, he wants to tower the forward archery range. We'll see how I feel about that. I'm not so sure, because the archers can still be created out of this range. It doesn't deny it. I might give Daut an opportunity to then wall it up. But potentially a bit of an overreaction by Daut. He can, of course, collect his stone safely here, so he can build more towers, but normally when a player like Vivi sees this, he thinks, oh, great, now I can tower you and you can't build a defensive one, but the engagement's so strong there to start for Daut. He killed the scout, he killed the archer now for Vivi, and if he doesn't like this engagement, I guess he can run right to his tower. This is game 5. This is for a couple $100. Also, this is a good test of the player's skills and really just showing the community what they can do versus each other. And great job, Daut. Did Vivi... Okay, Vivi... This archer came from the south, and I thought he had built an archer range at home, which would have confused me because he's building one forward. 2 archers for both. It's just that Daut has this eagle, and his micro was good, but Vivi's micro better. Did you see what he did with the weak man and army? He pulled it away? Oh, man. That was really good for Vivi. That could have been a lot worse for him. Daut still has the archer numbers, but I like how Vivi was able to keep his man-at-arms alive. That's what it comes down to when you're going into a fight and players are just patrolling. You try and look at what unit is being attacked, and then you pull that away, and in turn that will distract the enemy units. They won't be attacking, and they'll come right towards you. And that's the second time today I've seen Vivi excel with something like that. Now, when you go forward like this, when you lose your forward, you're almost always dead at this level. You won't have units to be able to defend yourself at home because all your production buildings are forward, so it's important that you force Daut to, if you're Vivi, you force Daut to stay here. And Daut has created a lot of archers, but I feel like he might have created a few too many archers. Is he adding eagles? No. So with this skirm addition now from Vivi, these archers are going to be easy pickings for Vivi. And oh, look at this. Do you see this? You see where she's going. As archers die in Daut's base, I think this villager is considering a tower. Yeah, they're definitely considering a tower on the wood. And Daut now adding in villagers to push away the skirms, but there are a few archers here for Vivi, so he could go for Vill picks, but no, he's gone for an archer pick. The KD 9 to 8 at the moment. I'll keep an eye on those Vills for you all. And Daut needs to run away from this. So again, I don't think this tower was really the best. It hasn't really done anything for Daut. Oh, Vivi looking away for a moment, losing an archer. Daut now very close to losing his own archer. What an interesting match we have. You know, if Vivi builds this tower where Daut can see it, Daut can't really send his army over to address it, and Daut's losing so many archers. So he'd have to use his Vills for that. 12 kills, 11 deaths for Vivi, so the KD very, very close. And luckily for Daut, he has a much better map, and he can just run towards the other wood line. But I don't like how this is going for him now. He's trying to collect deer for extra food. He's losing units. And he's also fighting with villagers, which isn't ideal because they're meant for collecting resources, and they're not meant for death without losing a Vill. And there's the tower again. Daut couldn't address that. Daut has to run away from that area. Daut, he's definitely under pressure. He's under fire from the dragon. But he has enough skirms now where I think that these engagements will be even. The archers won't offer too much in skirm versus skirm battles. There we go. That's a good engagement for Daut. Very good, in fact. Now, there's another big difference, and I guess this is the one thing that Vikings have over Incas, and that is their economy. They get wheelbarrow for free, starting in Feudal Age, and that's something that Daut will need to research. So the economy has been stronger for Vivi back at home, but now Daut is able to push out. This is where the problem comes in, because if Daut's trades there a minute ago, he's able to push forward and counterattack. So if Daut researches wheelbarrow, which I'm sure he will, that will mean his TC will be idle for the time it would take to create 4 Vills. So he will be behind in Vills. Vivi recognizing Daut is back at home, and maybe he'll just come back forward. Oh, he's going for another tower with 2 villagers, Vivi. Does he see this army coming in? He better, because he'll lose his vills if he doesn't see it. Oh, Daut did the right thing. He got in close before he fired the first shot. That way he could kill more than one vill. He almost killed the second one. Vivi going to this side. Vivi recognizing that Daut must be over there for wood. And that's where he's going with his archers. Interesting game. Firefly. Firefly, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for the sub. And Daut, not losing anything, but lots of idle time. I noticed it seems like Daut, unless he researched it already, chat can help me out. Okay. I jinxed it. I was just going to say that Daut was going to skip wheelbarrow because it was so late, but no, he's clicked it now. So the vill count will only rise now for Vivi. Vivi is still in an awkward situation because Daut can make Eagle Warriors, and the Eagles are so strong against the archers and the skirms, especially in Castle Age. Vivi will almost be forced into a stable as Vikings, so he'd need to go archers and knights, the knights to counter the Eagles. And the Inca counter's really paying off now for Daut, and also the stronger map paying off for Daut. Look at this wolf, it's actually blocking the eagle pathing, it's funny. Oh man, can Vivi even make it back home safely? I don't know. He might need to just run around and around and around. Towers at home, and now he's adding stables, so he will go with knights. But ideally, he'd keep his army numbers up here. Hasn't taken any losses just yet, but I think his archer or two will go down. Yeah. At least he forced out the fire, and it will save the skirms. Daut's on the way to castle, but later. And he's getting full map control back. So now all the forward archery ranges for Vivi, not offering him too much. Vivi's map is disgusting, but he has Vikings eco, and he's going for knights. And Daut's decision is to stick with just archers. So he added a few eagles, but he's going more heavy into archers, and he still has lots of archers in this group. So I like this from Daut, because the archers will fare much better versus the knights, seeing as they're grouped up like this. Can you unban me from a channel? I got banned permanently. Well, you're not banned here, so probably not. Probably not. If you got banned by a streamer, this is my logic on this. If you got banned by a streamer, you probably deserved it. Most streamers, if you contact them, they'll give you a second chance, but if they're not unbanning you after second chance, there's a reason behind that. But we don't have a very big ban list here. Wait, he just got timed out. Wait, what did he say? Yeah, I think that's fair. You're deserving of a timeout there, man. I think it's pretty logical. I think it's pretty logical that if you came here and got timed out and you got banned somewhere else, to probably cool things down a little bit. Yeah, beside romance, I'll totally unban you, bro. I'll totally unban you. So, Daut has done the right thing. Everything he's done, with the exception of the tower, has been correct here. Daut might make an argument for that tower if I were to talk to him, but I feel like that was not necessary. But still, he's gone to stone. He's collected the stone he lost there. And now he's going to go back home, which is also correct because the knights will likely be coming in. Now, if he gets caught out of position, will he be vulnerable? Not really. I mean, the villagers are all close to town centers or they're walled in, so I don't know if the knights can pick off vills like Vivi would like. But Vivi does have +2 defense on the knights. That's a lot of upgrades. Vivi's also slightly ahead in villagers, and he's added his second and his third town centers coming up, so it's not like he is going full-on aggression. I think a siege workshop would be in order here, but instead he's building 2 watchtowers, okay. And Daut probably sees him here, as Daut builds his third town center. The knights are in. He's over-chopped here, Daut. And he will need to run away from this. His TC should go up, though a villager will die. Man, you know, Vivi lost the forward, and yet he's pushing back from home and doing quite a good job here. This is strong play. And Vivi also has good vision on where Daut's resources are and what Daut will be going for. So the only weakness could be is if Daut comes in with his archers, but Daut has not done that. Daut has gone to chase these knights, and Vivi had the siege workshop waiting anyway. So one thing I want to see is some berserks. Now, I'm not an expert at this, but I'm pretty sure that Twitch added a feature. And if you type T90 Woo in the Twitch chat, we'll see Berserks this game. It's a new feature. It might be bugged out, but Twitch chat directly affects what happens in Age of Empires 2. It's unbelievable. Maybe if you guys type the woos, we'll see it. Vivi, not heavy on stone, but has 400 stone in the bank. There you go, chat. He has the benefit of speed, so he can run away from Daut's units. He even kept all of these weak knights alive. And he might heal them up with a monk. And I think Berserks can counter the Eagles. Also, if you get Berserks and Skirms, or Berserks and Siege, that counters the archers from the Incas. And Daut is not going to be liking how he has no map control. But in all honesty, it's very hard for him to get map control when Vivi has the speed. Now, there's a couple things that Vivi see I want to point out. Vivi, he sees his gold here. He sees Daut's gold. He sees Daut's town centers. He sees this gold as well. So how much you want to bet at some point he's going to go right to this gold and this gold? Yep, he's already arriving to this one. He wants to keep Daut away from it. Now, Daut finally coming forward with his crossbows. There's the castle from Vivi. Now, Vivi has his mangonels on the wrong side, so he will need to send his mangonels over here, and he's at risk of losing villagers, and... Oh, nope. Get wrecked, Daut. Daut a little bit too slow to fire there. The mangonel's now on the way, so he'll just need to run back, I think. Oh, get wrecked, Vivi. That was smart from Daut. He ran away out of Vivi's vision, and then he came right back in and sniped 2 vills. Good stuff, Daut. Also, Daut is working on getting the relics, and he's just lost a monk there. I think he has 1, potentially 2 soon. And Daut's very close to hitting the Imperial Age as well. And there we go. What did I say? We're going to see Berserks because Twitch chat spam T90 Woo. It works every time. It's going to try and trap this army. This cliff could be annoying for Daut. These elite skirms don't have bodkin arrow, but that's a lot of knights. Now, Daut will have to stop to fight this. He can't just let the knights run all over him, so he'll have to hit and run. And the mangonels are closing in. Oh, the sheep and the berserk are blocking the mangonels. Well played, Daut, to micro this. Very well played. And he's on his way to Imp. Vivi's lacking the food for Imp, but he definitely has the gold. Vivi's going for the trap here, that's for sure. Now, if Daut gets 1 conversion, 1 single conversion, he can kill both mangonels. Oh, Vivi runs away. The mangonels come in. Daut's forced to micro this. He takes huge losses. Now, here come the eagles. But the monk goes... Oh, there was a conversion. The monk goes down. The eagles will not have too much success versus the knights of Vivi. I think that Daut is running into some interesting decisions. Like, do I go Eagle Warriors in him when he can make Berserks and Knights? The answer so far is yes, and Daut will have to try and raid the Eco. But I'd like to remind you, Vivi knows where the extra golds are for Daut, so he will be focusing on those areas. And Daut will have that stronger push. Vivi, he can count on the Berserks to save him, though. And he will soon have the stone for a second castle. I think he'll build it here. Now, Vivi already with monks trying to look at the other areas of the map. He sees this gold is not being taken. Seeing as Vivi's a map control style player and so is Daut, and Vivi, he does it in an unorthodox way, but still he really thrives on map control. I feel like Daut is probably not too comfortable with his current position. Daut's about to hit Imp. He's lacking the resources for Elite Eagle. Maybe he went up to Imp a bit earlier than he should have. Now, Daut doesn't see this. This is a neutral gold. Does Vivi see that? Vivi does see that. So Vivi sees this gold, this gold, this gold, and now this gold. And he's very close to seeing some of these relics. He sees this one. Daut sending in some numbers. He sees this one, and he does not see this one, and neither does Daut. And Vivi's on the way to Imp, and he's making the Berserks. So, I know I made the whole Twitch chat affects the game joke, but I expected to see Berserks here once that castle went up so early. And I'm really pumped about this, actually, because Vikings, they're so much better than they used to be, seeing as Berserks are a strong and viable option. And Daut, he just has Eagle Warrior. He does not have Elite Eagle, so he cannot fight these Berserks at all. Vivi, protecting himself with the stone walls, will clean up the archers, and it's 24 military versus 34. Here comes Daut with the Eagles. Now he's just getting Elite Eagle. What he needs to do is get Elite Eagle and hit the economy of Vivi. But, I don't know. Seems like Daut will get cleaned up here. And then after he gets cleaned up... Did all those Berserks die to the crossbows? But Daut must have sat in that choke point there. Maybe Daut needs to add some slingers. The slingers are like hand cannons for mesosieves. Adding slingers would be really smart. The problem for Vivi is the elite Berserks are quite expensive. So he will run into a cost issue. But, I think the Berserks can do it. Well, maybe not with that food count. He only has 100 food. Daut slowly getting map control back. He's gonna kill the Berserks. He's getting ballistics and... yeah, he's gonna go archers and eagles. He has his gold secured. He will eventually kill that tower so he can get the wood secured. He's just missing out on these relics and these golds in the south. But it's 34 military versus 23, and Daut has Elite Eagle. Now another castle for Vivi going up, though. And Vivi does have stone walls on this side to keep himself safe. Actually, there's a hole here, but... let's see, the Zerks have their defense upgrades and just Castle Age defense upgrades. Feudal Age attack, but they're still Berserks. Do you buy food if you're Vivi? You'd probably hate to purchase food because you want to save that gold. But I almost feel like without Elite Berserk, he can't really afford to push out, and it's getting dicey to hold this. But he's definitely setting himself up for late game, isn't he? He's stonewalling up, he has castles in all of his hills, he's now adding a trebuchet, because he sees Daut has built a castle. As of now, though, I feel like with only Berserks, even if they're elite, Daut's Arbalests will do a good job in accompanying these eagles. Downside for Daut is he doesn't counter anything that Vivi has now with the eagles. So that's a lot of gold invested into a unit that will not fare very well. Berserks, guys. I'm loving this. Vivi has this gold. Vivi can see this gold. Vivi working on scouting the other areas of the map. Daut also... he still doesn't see this. If Daut saw this neutral gold, that'd be so huge. That's an extra 1,800 gold. Or sorry, I can't math. That's 2,400 gold. Elite Berserk now on the way. Vivi sees the castle, and he has the hill with the trebs. This treb is gonna go to the other side, though, which will make it awkward to defend. Uh-oh, Vivi could lose these trebs. I don't think he's realized that they're over here. Maybe going to loop around. Daut has all the Arbalest upgrades. Berserker Gang now! Berserker Gang means these units will heal. The trebs go down. The trebs, they're not affected by Berserker Gang, unfortunately. And Daut is playing this right to just micro and use his eagles to pick off the siege. I like Daut's situation a lot better. The Berserks, they will die to archers. They're underneath the castle. And Vivi takes an engagement that was extremely poor. He lost 3 trebuchets, and he lost his mass of the Berserks just after researching Berserker Gang as well. Now he has 2 relics, and okay, now he's doing what I think he should do. He needs to add in archers or skirmishers. But now Daut has the mass to push back. You know, Daut, he's in a very strong position, seeing as Vivi doesn't have the numbers. And as you know, the eagles, they counter the skirms. So this is looking good for Daut. I think Vivi needs to hold for a while and maybe do some counter raids. That's what he's doing. I think he's expecting Daut to be on this gold. You see he's sending them right to the gold. But Daut's going to lose lumberjacks at the very least. But Daut is taking back the hill, and this is big. This is right where the archery ranges were built as well for Vivi. He's just now getting some armor upgrades. I mean, that's the first armor upgrade available for archers. He's way behind in this now. He needs to get bracer still, and he doesn't have the numbers of berserks he might want. But maybe he can distract Daut. Or Daut will have to pull back, and Daut won't have the force he'll want on the front. I don't see Daut losing this hill, though, anytime soon. And Vivi doesn't have the food to create skirms out of all of his ranges. His castle is so important because he needs the berserks. And without the berserks, of course, these skirms will just die. Now, Daut repairing his TC here as Vivi is trying to kill the town center. I think the town center will stay up, and Daut once again will hold. Just barely, though, but it's enough. And Daut, does he see this gold? It'd be so huge. Yes, he does see it. Though he's not seeing the one in his base, this is looking very good for Daut with this map control. He will soon kill a castle. He will then kill the archery ranges. He has another castle on the hill. The berserks in his base have been annoying, for sure, but Daut's still having resources. He's actually lacking wood, of all things, at the moment. Daut researched guilds early on. Guilds means you'll get a greater trade when you sell resources. So he's getting a lot of gold as he sells his food. I think that Berserks on Elite Skirm could have done it, but Vivi may be losing too much momentum now. Hard to say. Losing the gold. Still raiding Daut's eco. I mean, he has 180 population. It's just that he does not have the comfort of a hill. I guess he does have a hill now, but it's not ideal. He just lost all of his ranges and lost his castle. He needs to hold here and force Daut to fight uphill. Now, if we're talking super late game, Vikings do get access to horses and light calves, so they can raid with that. And also, the berserks, they will heal. So every time Vivi chooses to leave an engagement, it won't be too bad for him. You know what? This engagement isn't too awful. If he can kill the eagles and use the skirms versus the arbs, every single trade he makes versus the arbalest would be good for him. I'd say that's fairly even, and considering Vivi was fighting uphill, not too bad, but still Daut with 53 military. Just so tough for skirmishers to thrive here, you know, because the eagles, I think they two-shot them now. But Vivi, look at this. He's hitting the wood line from Daut on the right. He's hitting the wood line from Daut on the left. Now, sadly for him, he's just shown Daut this gold, and Daut is castling this, so it's still a very strong position for Daut. Maybe there's a chance for Vivi, but if Vivi loses this, he'll go down 3-2 and was the best of 7 for a couple $100 today. Vivi won the first game. In fact, I still think the first game was the best game, but this game looked pretty good as well. Maybe Siege Ram is the answer. It's a lot of food invested to that upgrade. Food that is needed for berserks and for elite skirms. It just needs this hill. He takes this hill, Vivi, and this entire game flips on its head. Daut's just playing this so well. He now has, I guess, still one relic. I heard a relic coming in now for Vivi. Daut can't see this, but he's getting the extra stone. You just gotta give Daut a huge edge because of the amount of map control and counters he has. If Daut has a safe eco, if he has map control, he almost always wins. The crazy thing is, that's the same with Vivi. You know, that it's the same with most top players, but having map control gives you so many options to recover after you lose a fight. It gives you so many areas to hit. And here comes the engagement. Vivi's going to try, and again, he's fighting uphill, so Daut's army does 25% more damage. The siege rams will soak up the arrow fire. The berserks, they're waiting to kill the eagles as the eagles go versus those rams. Now, these skirms, they have full upgrades. And the skirms could kill the ARBs. It's really down to the Eagles, which costs gold for Daut. Daut has a huge score lead. Can he keep the Eagle number up? Because if he doesn't, then all the Arbalests die, and it seems like he's doing just enough here, just enough Daut to hold on to this. Yeah, Daut is on a rampage right now, at least in this particular game. Lots of archer units only for Daut, but a few Eagle Warriors enough. And now it's 175 to 166. You gotta give Vivi credit for staying alive here. But yeah, now Daut sees this TC. He's gonna raid this with Eagles. He still has this golds. And Daut has not lost his hill. It just gets more and more difficult for Vivi, who at one point in this game had the map control. But Daut was able to find the key ingredient, and that was Arbalest. Once he added Arbalest with his Eagles, it became a very good situation. Yeah, I don't think Onager is realistic for either player due to the cost of creating them and researching that. And also the fact that they both have very strong melee units. Berserks would kill the Onagers, and the Eagles would kill the Onagers too. So they probably need to continue with this. And Daut's at 81 military. He's gonna treb down another castle soon. He will again treb down archer ranges. I think it's getting closer and closer for Daut. And again, he has the gold. It's 2-2 with the relic count. Daut, unfortunately, does not see this one. But look at what he has explored. Look at that map exploration. Probably for both players. Yeah, Vivi exploring more of the map, honestly. But Daut just executing better. Daut loses one treb. He loses the next treb. Vivi, he sacrificed a lot for that. He won't be able to close in on this trebuchet very easily. That cliff, Daut must be loving that. Look at that position for the trebuchet. It's perfect, man. He could just build a house around this and it can treb down everything around. Daut just has too many numbers. He has too many numbers. And Vivi, he can't catch up because he's forced to take engagements. He can't catch up to the 73 of Daut. He's only at 40 himself. And this castle, I think it drops here. Oh, it just stays up. Luckily, the treb is at the bottom of a hill. But it's gonna drop soon. He's out of stone. He's out of res. Vivi losing the fight on the front. Vivi going to lose his castle. He might kill it one treb. But Daut has the resources going to elite Kamiyuk. And Vivi will call it the GG here. Yeah, he will call it the GG. With the lack of resources now, he's gonna call it. He's out of wood in the back of his base as well, so he's forced to go forward close to Daut. I guess it is Vivi, so he doesn't like to call it the GG, right? But I think he knows, especially when Daut starts to hit his wood line, he knows it's over. And Daut is continuing to sell all the extra wood and food he has so he can bank up gold. A really strong play from him. Very good late game player, Daut. I said that Vivi's style would be something that could counter Daut. Vivi constantly goes forward, and that type of strategy, that type of style, as Vivi calls the GG there, Vivi's style counters Daut's style in a sense that it stops Daut from getting to this stage. But Daut was able to take good enough trades after the forward from Vivi. And I will say that Vivi, it could have been a lot different for Vivi had he not taken that engagement here with the Berserks. Vivi should have waited for skirms because Daut, he had the ranged and he had the melee combo he wanted. And it was just all Berserks for Vivi. But what a game there. 1 hour long game in game time. Quality stuff. We got to see a lot of map control and raiding and different unit comps with different civs. It's exactly what we like to see nowadays. And there's the KD for Daut. And Daut obviously having more gold there. That's what it came down to in the end. I again feel like Vivi probably took a poor engagement. Remember, he lost 3 trebuchets and about 40 elite berserks. Had he waited with that and added 20 to 30 skirmishers to accompany, I feel like it would have been better for him. But anywho, we'll go on to the next game and potentially the last game if Daut wins it, as it's a best of 7. If you're interested in the civs they have remaining, here you go. We have Malay and Byzantines remaining for Daut, and Huns and Britons remaining for Vivi. How much points is the difference on Voobly ladders now between Vivi and first Voobly ranked player? Well, because Daut was so low rated, the 3 games he has won has taken a ton of points away from Vivi. Vivi is at like maybe 40, 50 points away from, let's see. Yeah, so Vivi, because Daut was 2.3k, Daut was like 25th when they started this. Vivi was first, and in losing 3 games, Vivi has gone from first to 6th. Just due to the amount of points that Daut took from him. Strong game, though. Var and Farah, thank you for 3 months. N100, thank you for your 1 viewer host. Really appreciate all the viewers, man. Chat, can we throw some salutes in there for N100? Welcome. Next game, I'm assuming will be Byzantines for Daut. I feel like that'd be the safer pick here. But Malay also very strong, of course. One second, I think someone was knocking on my door. I'll be right back, chat. We'll start the next game soon. Oh, never mind. That's not the door. I freaked out, but I think it's my downstairs neighbor. I don't know what is going on with them. They had a baby recently, and I couldn't sleep last night because that thing was crying. And now they're doing jumping jacks down there? Like, that baby's full grown already? Jeez. You should have a Daut emote. Yes, because having a Daut emote would be so original. Viper has like 7 Daut emotes. I think there's 4 or 5 other channels. Like, Daut's own emotes aren't even popular because other people have Daut emotes. I feel bad for the guy. Nah, I don't want to. I want to be unique, you know? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired, guys, because I didn't get any sleep last night. But hopefully the casting has been good. I'm excited for this next game. When is the next big tournament? Battle of Africa was my first big stream from you. It was awesome. Firefly, there's 2 things. I think there's one that has been like teased, and then there's another one that virtually no one knows about, which will be even bigger. So Firefly, nothing announced just yet, but I think this month there'll be a big announcement. The baby advanced to the Imperial Age. Casting has been great. Thank you, Bombay. So I'm seeing a lot of my Aussie, a Kiwi, and Indian audience. I guess it's a pretty good time for you when I stream this early. I'm going to try and stream a bit earlier than I have been the last few weeks, just because there haven't been many experts online on days that I don't have a plan. So 2 civs left. We have Malay and Byzantines for Daut, and then Vivi has Huns and Britons. Again, very strong civs. I think civs that suit Vivi's style and civs that suit Daut's style. Daut likes to snowball with military numbers. He likes to make lots of... Last game he hit, what, 80? And he did that a lot in Battle of Africa, so I think Byzantine suits him there. And then Malay, it's a very strong snowball civ as well. Once you get to 3 TCs as Malay, it's very, very difficult to stop them. So, potentially 2 more games. But it could just be 1 more. Daut could finish it off right here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is a best of 7. It's a show match between Daut and between Vivi. Vivi is down 3 games to 2. And Daut can take the money and run if he wins this game. And Daut is playing as the Byzantines here in the blue. And then we have Vivi in the red. And wow, this map. The first game was a strong map for both players. And ever since then, it's been the dry Arabia versions with all the pawns. So yet again, we're going to see some high aggression, I think. Vivi's Huns, and it's one of those civs that can do anything. You can go forward with Huns, you can go drush into fast castle with Huns, scouts, man-at-arms, towers. It's a civ that suits Vivi as well because you save so much wood as you don't have to build houses. Let's look at his map. Now, chat, are you rooting for Daut or are you rooting for Vivi? Or are you just rooting for Game 7? I'm kind of rooting for Game 7 here, so I guess I'm rooting for Vivi. I know that the dragon meme is ongoing, and Var and Farah, for example, spamming the T90 dragon, but I'd love to see Game 7 from there. I just want to see good games. I don't have a real favorite player from these two. Game 7, yeah, okay, you guys have the right idea. You guys have the right idea. More action, right? Well, Vivi, he should go aggressive with a map like this. His wood is forward and there's hills here. He does have wood further away to the back of his base. He hasn't really scouted that yet. Luckily, he has a gold and a stone back there. His main stone is forward. And Daut will probably give him the sheep, as he did before. Oh, Daut's going to steal it this time. Earlier on in the day, Daut gave him the sheep. Now Daut's going to steal the sheep. What's going on, Daut? Daut gets to smell that money, and then all of a sudden, when he's close to it, he starts stealing sheep. Okay, he's going to steal the sheep. He stole one. Vivi gets a hit in his scout, though. Daut's going to try and take the hill and get the advantage, and he has done that. Well played, Daut. And now Vivi gets to the top of the hill. Anyway, the golds and the stones are somewhat exposed. The main ones anyway for Vivi. Daut will win this fight. Daut has more HP on his scout, so... Oh! Hill hit! Oh my god, look at this. Oh, and Vivi got the first hit when they came back to the engagement! Oh, man. I kind of like that because Daut earlier, they were being kind to each other and giving each other resources, and then Daut decided to steal a sheep. I mean, I don't know if they'd agreed upon it or what, but that's a bit... Oh, and Daut lost the villager too! Oh, what a throw! What a poor moment for Daut. So, first of all, that was really huge. Originally, Daut got the hill so he could get extra attack, and then Vivi got the hill. They went back down. When they were engaging, Daut had 2 more HP on his scout, and then Vivi left the engagement and went back in, and his scout got the first hit, I assume, and killed Daut's scout, and Daut now... At least he found his resources, and his scouting's decent. But he lost a Vil. Hold on, does he know? Oh, he does know where his boar is. Yeah, it's just never good to not know what your opponent's doing. I think all of the defense from Daut today has been due to the fact that he has scouted Vivi. And he has known what Vivi is sending his way.
Boy, look at the time, less than 3. Heart, club, heart.
He can't scout him now because his scout is dead. See what Vivi goes for. Wouldn't surprise me to see forward here again. Mr. Junior Hope, thank you for 6 months, man. Hearts to you as well. 6 months of supporting the stream. Appreciate that. Dead Poet 85, thank you for the prime too. Looking very good for Vivi. In fact, Daut must have had some idle time too. I guess Daut researched Loom, and maybe that's why he is currently down 2 villagers and Vivi did not research it yet. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. Almost looks like a scout build for Vivi. If he's building 2 farms, if he's sending a 5th to wood, this looks like typical scouts build, but as I say that, he's going out to gold. So, building the barracks going out to gold, it will be man-at-arms. So the barracks is a bit late. Ideally, you'd want the barracks built already. He might have just decided on this strat. I mean... Vivi doesn't have clean build orders, so it's tough for me to tell. This could easily be archers as well. He might not even build the mining camp. He might go... He might just take a couple trips and then make the militia and not have villagers on golds. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Let's see, he'll need 20 more gold after this. He has 3 militia queued up, and then he needs 40 gold to research man-at-arms, so he just needs these 2 vills, and yeah. That's actually pretty nice. And he is going forward, surprise, surprise. But what that does is it doesn't have wasted villager time. It doesn't waste any villager's time collecting gold when he doesn't need it for anything, so that's actually quite nice if you can do that. Okay, and Daut has 2 lumber camps. He's Byzantines. The standard Byzantines play is to go immediately into 2 archery ranges and then just make spears and skirms. Vivi trying to bait Daut's TC into garrisoning to fire against him. Vivi, of course, seeing this, and Vivi now showing it. Don't you dare throw your units away, Vivi! What are you doing? No! God! He got the sheep, though. He got the sheep. That's what he wanted. It's worth it. Oh, no, he didn't get the sheep. That's not worth it, man. What on earth? I guess they're experts, right? So we don't expect the mistakes, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it. It happens. I think the Byzantines are great against forwards, though. I mean, that first tower hasn't done anything. Daut now towering to protect his gold. And Byzantines have cheap trash, and oftentimes, regardless of Civ, you're going into skirmishers against forwards. Oh, but man-at-arms showing up here. I still feel like Daut could even fight this with Vils, seeing as the one man-at-arm is on half HP, and the scout is on 2 HP. Well, what died? What died where? Seriously, am I blind? I don't know what died. I mean, I know it was a female. I assume it was a villager. It wasn't Vivi's. Vivi only sent 5 forward, right? Or was that? I'm not sure. Well, another tower now. This is good. If you can tower their berries, then that slows down their food production. And then Vivi will have the stone for the next tower. Daut. You know what? He didn't. This stone was forward. Where's that other one? Oh, it's out here. Oh, does Vivi know that? Vivi also does not see that. It'd be extremely important for Vivi to scout that, and I think he's about to. Oh, he sees it! Oh, this is big. This is really big. I don't think Daut will lose any Vils out here just yet, but the fact that Vivi knows it's there means he'll focus on that. And Daut also losing access to this farm now. This is a good trush. At first I didn't think it was, but this is a good trush. It forced a tower from Daut, and this tower is good from Daut, but that's all he can build. And it forced him to delete farms and leave his berries. This really hurts your economy. Daut is housed at the moment as well. He's under pressure. He can't approach this with just archers. He's behind a few villagers, and he has to build farms out here, which is never ideal. This is good stuff from Vivi. I think the corpse is in the berry bush. Ah! Yeah, maybe it is in there. And now Daut, let's see, how much stone does he have? Okay, he's just enough to build the tower here, and he started to do so. Vivi sees that, and Vivi going to build his anyway, okay. Nah, that's not gonna go up. He could go behind, but I think the better thing would be... See, he kind of baited Daut a bit. He forces Daut to build this tower, and now he can go right to the stone. Something that Daut will try to stop, but can he realistically stop this with just 3 archers? I think Vivi, if he plays this correctly, could micro down the archers with his Vils. It's tough, though. It's tough. It's down to micro. Daut loses a Vil. He loses an archer. Vivi hasn't lost anything just yet. The tower's is 67%. Vivi, yep, pulling the weak Vils away. But he only has 2 remaining. Maybe Daut will stop this. I don't know. I feel like a player like Vivi might just get it up anyhow. It'll just take a bit of time. If Daut counterattacks and Vivi senses that possibility, then Vivi can build defensive towers. He's adding skirms now. He'll wait for the skirms before finishing this tower. I would wall this up if I'm Daut. I think it's a mistake to just let it sit there. I would wall that up. Daut has done the correct thing here to go heavier on gold and to purchase some food because he's behind in that. I think 1 skirm arrives. Oh, the skirm's catching Daut out on the counter. Yeah, I mean, Daut's going to lose archers. Vivi's playing this 6th game incredibly well. He's so good when it comes to forwards. It is ridiculous. Yeah, the tower will go up. Daut has to run, and he knows that. This is dicey for Daut, man. He doesn't have any farm space. And Daut, he has gold, but he doesn't have stone either. And he can't even kill this tower from Vivi, and he can't counterattack. Vivi has more Vils. Vivi, of course, has had villagers forward, but now Vivi can tower this wood line. And Daut, he can see this, but he can't deny it. He'd have to send the archers around soon. Now, I think the stable's a good idea. 1 or 2 scouts is perfect. Also, I think if Daut sent his archers here, he could deny this. Vivi wasting some time. I'm surprised that Daut has not sent anything here. He could just delete his own wall. Vivi has to be careful as his villagers will be in range. Why did Daut not try to deny this? There's no other towers for Vivi to run into. Oh, he's just now seen it. Oh, that's... I mean, I guess that's the only logical conclusion. He didn't see it. Oh, that's big. And he'll build a counter tower, but he could lose a few vills, and the worst thing is he doesn't have safe wood. He ended up killing this tower, so he can get out to this stone and maybe to that wood, but Daut's lost 1 vill here, made tons of idle time, and well played Vivi so far. Now, let's see if Vivi's adding in archers. If he's on gold with the mining camp, he can add in archers, and yes, he is. So if he's adding in archers, the second he sees this scout, he runs back, and then he can kill the scouts with archer numbers. But for now, this isn't bad for Daut, because Vivi's been surprised by this. I love the scout addition by Daut. And notice how he didn't take too many awful engagements with his archers. He's kept his archer numbers up. I think he'll need to hold to his hill for a moment here, Vivi. And, you know, I will say that Vivi's eco doesn't look too strong, does it? He doesn't have a lot of food in the bank, whereas Daut, well, okay, his isn't the best either. A nice second tower there from Vivi, which, again, I think he should wall up. Daut getting a few kills, but yep, now he can't really do anything. And oh, he's gonna tower Vivi. Wow, the balls. Maybe Daut feels like he's too far behind and he needs to counter tower. Let's see, Vivi's already building a tower on his wood. He doesn't have a lot of wood, and Daut's engagement very strong here so far. A new scout arrives. He's just lost a few archers though. It's so tough to really... I mean, you have to figure in the map control aspect and then also the army aspect. It's tough to call that one. I almost feel like this tower does nothing for Daut. You know, he... Oh! Oh my god, this is clutch. These are the villagers that ran from the stone earlier. This could change the entire game. And Vivi, does he see that? I think this villa's just chopping wood, and she's going out of her way to do so. I don't think that Vivi sees that tower. That tower there is big. And Daut walling it up, that is huge. Because Vivi, I was going to say, was fine because he repositioned his wood line, but he's repositioned it right to where Dad. Someone said something about dad jokes, and I said Dad. He's not my father. Daut. Right where Daut has placed his tower. Interesting. Interesting. And now Vivi's going for a tower here as well. Now Daut sees this, or at least his scout has auto-attacked. Can Daut stop this one? Because, of course, Daut is having wood issues. Dad is not having wood issues, okay? He has Viagra. We're all good. Daut is having the wood issues. Oh my goodness, Daut's gonna come back here. He's gonna stop this tower. The scout addition's so big. And now the skirms go down. Of course he's lost archers, but just denying that tower is important. And this villager, she's just given up on life now. She had a purpose, and now that purpose has been denied. And she can't find another calling. And now Vivi sitting underneath this tower, losing archers because Daut has 2 towers. What a play from Daut here. That was pretty clutch from him, I have to say. You know, still, this has been a very aggressive feudal war from both. This is not going to end anytime soon, but very good engagements for Daut over the past few minutes to bring himself back into this. And now he has huge army control, but he's lacking resources to go to castle. I'd still prefer Daut's position, because there's nothing that Vivi can really do to stop Daut from doing what he's doing at the moment. Vivi might lose the villager to that tower here. Here, we're losing archer numbers, and Daut's building a tower, and that will successfully go up. Daut doesn't have access to a lot of these resources, and Vivi's now going to try and get to castle. Oh, okay, Daut has stopped building this. Vivi committed a lot more vills. Now, Daut could still be in trouble because Vivi's about to click to Castle Age, and as Huns, you know what he can do. Wait, hold on a second. Vivi didn't have a boar? Unsure on if this game is just crazy or if I'm a gigantic noob caster. Vivi didn't have a boar? Are you kidding me? He didn't know his boar was there? And now Daut's building another tower, and Daut is gonna get his tower denied. What a match. This is how Age of Empires should be played. I know it's sloppy, but this is how Age of Empires, in my opinion, should be played. Every time I watch a Vivi game, it's entertaining because it's so messy and it's impossible to not make mistakes. And Daut, his eco now being balanced by the market. He needs 6 food. He's probably saying, come on, food. Come on, food. He's probably watching the resources and getting more and more frustrated. There we go. Now I can click up. That was some wasted time. And it's going to be time for Vivi to go Knights. Now, this is something that Daut can hold against. But he needs to distract for the minute advantage or the 2-minute advantage that Vivi has. And this is exactly what he is doing. He's looping around with another tower. And Vivi's trying to build a counter tower. But Daut has the hill, so he can pick off a few villagers. He's picked off 1. In the end, that's 2 and maybe 3. Yeah, 3. But his tower's denied again. And he's lost all of his army. I feel like that was much better for Vivi, especially because Vivi's going Knights, and if Daut doesn't have archers, then the Knights can do a lot more damage in the early part of this game. These villagers are weak. Very, very weak. 4 HP on the woman. The archers are just sacrificing themselves for the cause. Save the villagers! Yeah, I think that was bad from Daut. Had he stayed at home with his archers, he would have been able to defend from this knight push a bit easier. He can, of course, make camels as Byzantines, but he could really drop Vils. Because he's had to reposition his economy. He's not close to his TC at all. So, Vivi, if he comes here, he knows that Daut's going to need a lot of towers. And this is all going to be exposed. And here comes Vivi now. He does not see that tower, he just sees there's no farmers. But this is, at the very least, idle time caused. And this gives Vivi time to add more economy and mass the next force. 1 villager down for Daut, 2 villagers down for Daut. It might end there, but there's a strong start for Vivi here. And he's also, oh, he's killed a 3rd on this wood line. Good pressure from Vivi to start off Castle Age. I want to see this go to Game 7. This is an incredible series with some amazing players. And yeah, I mean, all you need to do is just hit the Vils, keep Daut on the run, and this will add up for you. It's almost worth losing the Knights because of how many Vils he's killed. He's now 12 ahead. Oh, Daut's in big, big trouble. Martian with the resub is spamming Tyrant. Well, Tyrant Daut is not playing very well. Well, he's played incredibly well. I shouldn't say that. He's just not faring too well in this match at the moment. So that wave is finished. Vivi, what is he doing at home now? Siege Workshop, killing the towers. Also, he sees Daut trying to sneak another tower, and Daut gets another tower denied and loses another villager. Vivi taking a very weird engagement for spears and camels. That was not something that I would have recommended for Vivi. But the Fat Dragon does what the Fat Dragon wants. Now, it's interesting, he's been lacking the stone, so he can't build that next TC. And Daut does have the Civ to counter Huns and Castle Age. Elite Skirms counter their archers, and the camels and the pikemen counter the knights. So it's important that Vivi got that advantage, because I think Daut can start to pull this back a little bit now. And let's see what Daut is up to. Is he adding town centers? Not really comfortable enough to do so. And might be adding siege to go for the towers soon. I'm not sure. And now Vivi's going to go into Cav Archers, which I think is a strong move. Oops, sorry, wrong person. Yep, he's adding Cav Archers. I mean, this is all quite expensive, of course. But Huns have discount. Yeah, this is something Vivi will hold against, and I don't think Daut saw the Cav Archer switch. Okay, now he sees a Cav Archer. Yeah, this will be an even engagement. So, Daut's gonna add a Siege Workshop to counter the archers. He'll add a Mangonel. They're very close together. Where Daut has wood and where Vivi's collecting stone. It's just a couple steps away. Oh, is Daut gonna 1TC play this? Look at his stone count. I think if he didn't intend to build a castle, he would have used that stone elsewhere or repositioned villagers. You know what? He could either build the castle forward if he feels like he has the advantage, or he could just delete this straggler and build the castle here, and it'll clear up all the towers. That would also be nice. Unfortunately, that tower and his wood will still be there. Cav archers are good in mass, and currently the military numbers are 13 to 13, so you gotta favor Daut when it comes to any engagement. He also has 3 monks to heal his own camels and to get conversions, and oh, he's gonna go for it. Daut, always the entertaining player. Even if he completely throws the game here, he doesn't care. He's just gonna go for it. Now, I don't think he's gonna throw the game here. I don't think that really I don't think Vivi expects Daut to have the balls to do this. Now, hold on. He's looping around behind. He might see a few of the villagers. Daut's taking a huge engagement versus the Knights and Cav Archers there from Vivi. Vivi knows he can't stop this. Daut's castle will go up. It will not be a Daut's castle. One town center play, working in the sense of map control, not working in the sense that he's down 20 villagers now, Daut. Vivi has wood, Vivi has gold. But can Vivi hold from a Byzantine push? Wow, that Mangonel shot. 2 for 1. Great shot from Vivi. Daut sending these villagers onto Vivi's stone. Now, what Vivi could do is counterattack now, but he has to feel comfortable enough to be able to leave his base. Just imagine if he were to show up with Cav Archers, you know? He would kill so many vills. You know, if Daut continues on 1TC, Byzantines do have a cheaper Imperial cost. So he could click Imp first, despite not having as many villagers. Now, I think we will see that counterattack from Vivi soon. Daut really doesn't have much military to threaten Vivi, as he has the town center here to secure himself. Might even build another one there, or... Oh, he's also built the town center here, so it's 3 TCs for Vivi. And Daut, with the Cav Archer he converted, has found that Vivi's on that gold. And also, he sees that Vivi's going to counter him with the monks, which he's now going to lose. And the knights arriving at Daut's base. Vivi can kill so many vills. A few more camels being created by Daut, and villagers are going to drop for Daut. He's lost 2... Yeah, it looks like 2 villagers go down there. Well, Vivi needs to be careful because the Mangonel in the tower will do damage to his Cav Archers. It has done. But he's using his knights versus the Mangonel. How clutch is that? And he'll kill 2 more villagers. Daut's gone forward, but he has no eco. This is what happens when you stay on 1TC. And now Vivi will hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. Getting ballistics with his Cav Archers. Has the eco for Cav Archers. It's 87 vills for Vivi, and it's 39 for Daut. I don't even think Daut has the eco to research the cheap Byzantines Imperial, and even then, would he have the resources for Trebs? And Vivi doing the wise thing and sitting in the water, and he'll kill the camels because the camels can't surround him. And I think that Vivi has the game now. I think that Vivi has defended well. The castle on the front doesn't really matter. In fact, this might be pushed back. Vivi's making rams. He has so many Cav Archers and Knights. And Daut, he's now out of gold. He needs to get to this gold over here. The other one is, crap, where was that? Kind of lost track of it. Where was Daut's 3rd gold? Did he... Oh, they're right there! Yeah, so these towers are working so well then. When Daut's castle only gave him his opponent's stone, it didn't give him any golds. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for Daut. Vivi has double his population. I think if you're in Vivi's position, you just need to be very patient. Oh, where's Daut gone? Ah, okay. Daut is gonna try and tower this. It seems desperate to me. Be patient, Vivi. Just wait till Daut is out of position and send in 5 or 6 battering rams. Because it's a Byzantine's castle. This will last for a while. But yeah, now... I think Daut knows it's over. Like, he's trying to build a tower. Vivi should see that. Vivi has a knight there. Now, this castle might stay up, but I think Vivi knows he has a big enough advantage where he can fight underneath the castle. And yeah, Daut trying to garrison in the castle and ungarrison on the other side. Boys and ladies, we are on the way to Game 7. Daut's castle will go down. Daut's tower being denied here. Again, you know, he's entertaining. He didn't need to go for that castle drop. I think the more meta play would have been to build this next to his town center because the lack of gold is hurting him now. But there we go. There we go. As the castle drops, so does Daut, and we will see a Game 7. I am considering uploading this whole best of 7 to YouTube in one single set because this whole best of 7 is sick, and I feel like it would be a crime to deny YouTube of immediate entertainment, you know? And also they didn't wait a lot in between games. Maybe we'll do that. There's the KD for Vivi. That was just down to strategy choices in the end. I didn't think Daut's castle offered him too much. It would have been much better defensively. Even then, though, because of the early wave of Vivi's knights, how good was that? You know, he's done that more than once today with the knights, and he picks off 5, 10, 15 villagers in one single attack. Well, we know what the civs are now. It'll be Malay versus Britons for Game 7. The score has now been updated. It is 3-3, and we will have one final game. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So, they used all these civilizations earlier. There's Malay and Britons left. Sorry if you guys couldn't make it to the stream today. This wasn't announced ahead of time. I heard about it on Saturday, I believe, and then they rescheduled it to this time. So if you want to make sure you hear about this stuff in the future, follow my Twitter and Discord, because I did announce it there. Oh, goodness. I think I missed some subs. Matty Monster, thank you for the Prime. Dux, thank you for gifting Elite Kamiyuk. Now, you didn't gift him that sub while Incas was playing. Shame on you, Dux. That would have been perfect. Martian I gave a shout out to, and then Mr. Junior Hope, thank you for all the bits, man. Thanks for the support today, guys. Been overwhelmed by it lately. You guys are too good to me. Did you guys know that if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it with Twitch and get 1 free sub to a streamer a month? And not only that, you don't even have to have Amazon Prime. Your second cousin could have Amazon Prime, and you can link it with your Twitch. Just link it once. Then once a month, you can subscribe to someone for free. Just like Thrudgelm. Thank you, Thrudge Elm or Thrudge LM. Thank you, man, for the Prime. It is true. The rumors are true. Oh! Thank you, Docs. Thank you very much, Docs. Thank you to your second cousin for letting you connect your Amazon account to your Twitch. Welcome, guys. Don't accidentally encourage identity thefts, please, bro. Yes, because I'm sure someone's going to risk getting arrested for identity theft so they can get 1 free sub to a streamer a month, which is just $5 value. Totally worth it. Now, that's what I did. That's what I did. I've risked years in jail so I could get a free sub to a streamer a month. Thank you guys for the subs. Itchy the Killer 2, thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the hypes chat with all the T90
Get the
woos.
Saba ping in the chat. T90 salmon Saba ping Saba ping Saba ping Saba ping Saba ping Saba ping.
Okay, I can get behind that. Guys, I don't have salmon though. That's the problem. I will have to, and I'm also not going to step away from the computer. I'm having too much fun. So I'll have to cook afterwards. This will be the last game of the stream. Normally Mondays and Tuesdays I take days off and relax and work on some stuff. So yeah, I couldn't miss this because I knew the games would be awesome. I said, screw it. Screw days off. Who needs that? I'm going to work. That Saba Ping emote. So is anyone new to the Age of Empires scene that might have some questions? Because I know that when I cast games, I do my best to explain it, but there's probably some things that you're just not quite getting or some things that aren't clicking. Do you guys have any questions? Age of Empires questions, like what is a drush? What is a flush? What is a trush? You know, what do these terms mean? Now, the absolute basics, it'd be difficult to get into. Amazon Prime doesn't work in India. Yeah, I know, that sucks, man. I hope it goes to India in the future. I would love for everyone all over the world to be able to have that benefit on Twitch. Why was I platinum in SC2 and stuck 1100 Vubly? Probably because you need more game knowledge. Probably because you need more situational knowledge. It takes a lot of time. What is a squelch? I'm not pro enough to know what that means. Is it possible to get good? Of course, yeah. I mean, I used to struggle at 1600 HD, and now a couple years later, I'm in the top 1000 of the game, so I'm not a gifted gamer, guys. At least when it comes to PC gaming, I'm not gifted. I would like to believe that I was gifted with console games, because I did fairly well in all the Call of Duties. I was really high up there, but when it comes to Age of Empires, I really struggled when I started. You just have to... It's repetition. Like, this Daut guy, I've never seen Vivi's point of view on his gameplay, but I would also say that Daut is not a gifted gamer. And at first thought, you're going to say, wow, Daut's amazing. How can you say that? But I think Daut's amazing because of lots of practice, lots of knowledge, and lots of game sense. But when I watch him control his screen and mouse, I don't see someone who is like Leary and Viper ridiculously skilled with the PC gaming. I don't think that Daut could step into another game like StarCraft and in 6 months be at a very high level like Viper did. So yeah, the point is, this is why I can learn from Daut, because he is good with decisions and experience, right? And that's why personally I can learn a lot from him. Scorpio says, I'm much better at the game, however I still suck and have gained much more knowledge of the game from watching the streams, so for that, thank you. You're welcome. Somebody asked what a sling is. A sling is when you send resources to an ally. We saw that a lot in Battle of Africa. Anyway, to have shortcut key to building which works without control. Yeah, you can change it. So, how about this, Lord Verid? If you remind me, once there's military buildings, I can show you what mine is. My go-to buildings are just one single key. It's very simple for me. Daut's good because he loves the game. Yeah, well, all players love the game, but my point is simply that Daut is experienced, and he has gotten to this level by not being a freakishly talented gamer. Like, his mouse control isn't exceptional. The micro joke is there because of that, you know, and he's still very good. So the hope is there for all of us that might not be as gifted as the Viper or Leary. Anyway, I should probably cast the game a little bit.
Game 7 hype.
We have Really DL, aka Vivi. Vivi, what are you doing with this Vil, dude? Oh, he's looking for his boar, isn't he? Oh, he's looking for his boar, yeah. A bit off with the timing here, but he should find it. Yep. Vivi has a wood line on the front. He has both of his stones in the same position. Now, for the final game, this is not a this is not a normal Arabia. This is a dry Arabia, and it makes it much easier to wall up. And so this might go late game. So the timing was off for Vivi. I think he'll be fine here. This wood line, if threatened by ranged units, which might come in from the other team, the Malay civilization, you can take this wood line. His secondary gold can be walled in here, which is nice. His main gold is also up against the edge of the map. So I think for Britons, this is a pretty good map. His scouting, though, it seems like he's trying to hit Daut early to lame him, and he risked it, and he risked the biscuit, doesn't know where his board is. That's a problem. That's a risk you take. Oh, and Doubt's base is just wonderful. This is so strong.
Love your stream, GRDZ from Holland.
Thank you very much, man. Mart, that's crazy. $10, thank you. You know, there's a lot of people in this community from Holland. If you're from Holland, say hello. FF, thank you as well for the Game 7 hype, $5 tip. And thank you for the 29 bits, Mr. Junior Hope. So, Daut can wall in the front here. A house, a barracks, an archery range, maybe a gate in there. Can wall to this wood line. He can easily wall here, which he's already doing. And then he can wall there. A safe wood and safe gold and safe stone. If he does that, that'll be wonderful. Yeah, I agree. The Daut micro thing is a joke. He's certainly not as good with the mouse as Viper and Leary, but he is much faster than the joke implies. Oh, and look at this! I jinxed him! I jinxed him. He wasn't fast enough to realize his scout was running into the enemy town center, and Daut in Game 7 runs right into Vivi's TC. And we saw what happened last time. He did this, and he lost his scout, and he didn't know where Vivi was coming from and what Vivi's strat was going for. Let's get all the T90 jinxes in the chat. Yeah, Netherlands, Holland, Dutch. Like for me, it's United States of America. American. For you guys, there's a bunch of different terms used. But yeah, there's a lot of... It's alarming just how many Dutch people there are in the community compared to pro players, because I don't think there's one single Dutch pro player. There's someone who's close. It's around my rate or a bit higher, like 2K, but yeah, I find it interesting. This is a map where Daut, if he wanted to, could be greedy and go with a straight fast castle, but I don't think that he's going to be that greedy versus a player like Vivi, who oftentimes goes forward. If you were not here for Game 1, the player positions were similar. Daut went for a drush, and Vivi went forward. Vivi busted through his walls and kept map control over all his extra golds. Vivi could do the same here as Daut has his second and third gold forward. Yeah, so civ-wise, this is an interesting one. So Britons, they have that strong early window in Castle Age, and I think that can make or break the game at times for them. They get that extra range immediately. What is Vivi going for? What is... Oh, it's a drush. Okay, I was really confused. So Vivi will drush and he'll run right into Daut's walls. Malay, they advance 80% faster to the next stage, so they can up to feudal, as Daut has done, with extra resources. Because they have the vills, but I think that Malay are only stronger than Britons after they get 3 TCs up and running. If Malay can get to their cheap infantry with the karambits and get the spam going, they have access to arbalists, they have access to skirmishers, they have access to the strong karambits and even some good siege options with bombard cannons. I think then Malay have the advantage. Britons should have the advantage in early castle. Now this has been a very peculiar start to this game. Daut has full walls. He doesn't even have a barracks. Now, I like this. I don't like the idol, but I like this because I think what Daut's going for is basically tower defense and a boom to Castle Age, which is risky. Again, had Vivi gone forward with man-at-arms and towers, Daut might feel like he's in trouble, but that's why he went to stone. And I think he's going to go for... This is kind of an arena build where you advance early and then build your way up towards Castle Age. Certainly not a good style if you want map control. Vivi has gone for a Drush Fast Castle build, so this actually suits him, because if you go Drush Fast Castle, you only have your militia and your walls to protect you. So he's going towards the Castle Age, which I just touched on. I don't know if this decision will be correct for Daut, but he's banking on the fact that when he does click Castle, even if it's later, he'll advance faster, and maybe he wants to go for a defensive castle then? I don't know. Daut can fast castle. It's just different with melee, because normally you advance at 27 or 28 villagers. Daut advanced with 24 villagers. He's going to add a ton of them. And then he will advance later than Vivi, but arrive around the same time because of the advancement speed. Does that make sense? I don't like this. I would not recommend playing like Daut though. If you're looking to learn from Daut, as I was just saying, I don't ever recommend giving up full map control. This is what I would call very greedy from Daut. On the plus side, Vivi only made 2 militia, and Vivi should be clicking up soon, and there you go. He's clicked up. Vivi's economy will be quite fragile, but he'll make archers, and I think Vivi should go for a forward siege workshop. He sees the 2 golds. Why not try and pressure this a little bit? He also sees the stone walls from Daut. You can decide on A, adding a lot of eco yourself, or B, taking advantage of the map control your opponent has given you, and I feel like it's a little bit better to do that. And he'll be on wood and gold anyway to make archers, so it wouldn't be the worst idea. So Daut, I believe, sold some of his stone. Yeah, he sold stone, he sold wood, and is trying to use this market to advance. I don't like it. If he had a second gold, let's say this gold was here, I'd say okay, because then he could have 2 golds and a stone and lots of wood to boom with. But I don't know. It's just bad practice in my opinion, but it's the only civ it can work with, really, melee. Ah, siege tower is an interesting idea, yeah. I guess Daut has double layered walls though, so it wouldn't work. Siege tower is a very interesting idea. I wonder if Daut thought about that. I think more than anything he wants to play this extremely safe. Now, he's not advancing to go for any form of military, really. Because he's not on gold. So he's making a few skirms, but he can't... Does he even have fletching? No, he doesn't even have fletching. So if he's not on gold, that tells me he's going to drop town centers right away. And Vivi, who has just hit Castle Age, will drop a town center himself. And there's got to be another one. Yep. So Vivi not deciding to go aggressive. Deciding to take the Castle Age lead as he's rounding up all the wolves, and he'll go for a boom. Now, this strategy only works with melee because they advance so fast. The economy is actually stronger for Daut now, even though he was Castle Age a bit later. Yep, he'll place town centers, and this will go late game. I think late game compositions... Let me think about this. Well, Britons, they almost have to have archers, right? I've heard Daut talk about how much he loves the karambits, and I feel like Daut will go to stone, build a castle, and then go for karambits and maybe skirms, so maybe champions and archers. The only drawback to what Britons have in comparison to melee is that melee have very cheap units with the infantry. They have the cheap karambits, and the karambits also spam incredibly fast. So you need to have a really strong number of units if you're Vivi. Now, if I'm Vivi, I would think about sitting here. He doesn't want to invest into any upgrades, I guess, because he doesn't know for sure that there's lumber there. That makes sense. I'd also think about the relics, which he's already doing. Without giving him map control, will just give Vivi access to the relics. And I would use my scout to keep an eye on if Daut will sneak out of here. Maybe use the militia as well, because Daut could have a surprise. He could have 3 stable knights or something, you know? There's no confirmation from Vivi's side of things that Daut is not going with military. So he's playing this very careful. Instead of scouting the other areas of the map, he's just making sure Daut is not going to sneak anything at him. Somebody asked me a question. Let's see. Isn't it also risky because the huge range of Briton archers? Well, yes, Sabios, but in this case, I mean, it does work because he has his gold safe. This one might not be the safest, but his woods are safe. They will not be ranged by the archers. So the idea behind this build is to slowly push back out, but have more economy. I don't like it though. I definitely do not like it. It's out building a gate now. He's just going to gold. Very greedy. And I have to credit Vivi now for adding the extra TCs. He's adding his 4th now. Because had he not done that and had he gone aggressive, Daut might have been able to get away with it. It's just 58 vills to 56. And Vivi might even grow in the vill lead, seeing as he's adding his 4th TC. I do not expect Daut to add the 4th TC. I do not expect it at all. In Daut's situation, adding the 4th TC would actually slow down your Imperial time. Vivi, he can afford to slow down his imp time a bit because he has so much map control. And he's in a position where he reacts to what Daut does. Vivi has how many relics now? 2. Kind of unfortunate with this one. Doesn't see that relic and does not see this relic. Also doesn't see the relic in the back of his base. Man, that's unfortunate. Because on a different day, he would see all the relics with his current exploration. But he'll find at least one more. I love Daut. But from a game perspective, I feel like his style here should be punished. You know? So, I'm kind of on Team Fat Dragon at the moment. This is not going to be very comfortable for Daut on the front. He's given his opponent 2 golds, and also the neutral was right there. I think crossbows could range that golds. Vivi has not confirmed that Daut is even on that yet, which is a bit awkward, or a bit weird, because he does see these 2 golds. Student, the prize pool is around $200. Okay, Vivi will see this relic. Now, if I'm Vivi, I consider building a castle on the hill. Right here, or even right here would be good. But Daut really doesn't have anything to stop Vivi from doing that. And Vivi, he sees the Mangonel from Daut. He does not lose his own. Daut experimenting, but pretty soon this market will go down. He's just had to rebuild the market. Okay, now he's building his castle. This is Daut's point of view. He sees the Mangonels from Vivi. Vivi, 1 for 1 there. Vivi sees the castle, and unfortunately, I think Daut will get that up because he can just send the vills to that side. The resources are looking a little bit stronger for Daut in terms of food eco, which makes sense because of the amount of farms he added early. You'll also use the market to probably sell for gold at this rate. I mean, the castle will go up and he will secure his gold. I'm sure of that, but he won't secure this one because Vivi, oh wait, hold on. Daut probably deleting the walls so he can fully saturate this. I think I'll need to be careful. Very strong play from Vivi. And again, he can see this relic now. It's very unfortunate he doesn't see the one here, though. Because I wouldn't even think to scout here. I would scout the other areas to the west of Daut. So Daut has 1 castle to make karambits. But now there's a castle up for Vivi on the hill. Vivi will know what to expect here, but okay, he's gonna throw away his Mangonel. I don't think longbows are all that realistic, but Vivi, he's not a realistic man. I think he'll go for it. The reason longbows aren't that realistic is because Daut can start trebbing down this castle, and then the production building you need for the longbows will be dead. And also, you can create archery ranges so much easier. And if you create the archery ranges, you can create the crossbows. I think that Vivi will try and go more for a treb war, and he just has a few longbows. He won't overcommit to it. Yeah, 1 for 1 again with the Mangonels. Yeah, Daut will be forced to go into trebs immediately, and I think Vivi knows that, and Vivi will go into a treb war. And he'll build another castle on this hill. So Daut will be ahead with the trebuchets, but Vivi can catch up because he'll have more than 1 castle. Daut does have his gold, and it's fully saturated now. Daut also had not scouted that his 3rd goal is here, so I'm kind of judging Daut's strategy choice, but, you know, you can't judge a man if he wins. And Daut, he has the score lead at the moment, and this treb cannot be touched by Vivi. The faster Malay Imperial has worked out. Vivi's going to need to repair his castles and to make trebuchets. He's not yet in the Imperial Age. Now, if these castles go down, Vivi will need a counter to the skirms. Counter to the skirms in this case will be Mangonels. Mangonels can get chewed up by the Karambits of Daut. So it's really all down to the castles here. If Daut loses his castle, then he's in big, big trouble. Because then he'll likely lose his gold and then the game will be over. It's all down to killing the castles of Vivi. And Vivi doesn't really have the resources. He's committed a lot into stone. He doesn't have the resources for the trebs out of both castles here. So this could be a problem for Vivi. He's getting Bracer now, and again, he only has one archer range. Resources are very, very stretched for both players. It is difficult to transition. And Daut going with Capped Ram, okay. Capped Ram and Skirms, which works very well versus Britain archers. Now rip to this castle. Vivi will have to just give it up here, and I don't know if he can comfortably approach Daut's castle. Oh, he's trying to get conscription. That's big. He's going to lose conscription, so Vivi's production is going to be halted. It's going to be slower now without conscription. Daut's still in his base, but hey, he has his gold for now. And here come the Mangonels from Vivi, and Daut will lose almost all of his skirmishers. And Daut sees, I believe for the first time, there's another castle on that hill. But he has 4 trebs. Now the problem is, if he wants to push this, he doesn't have the comfort of his own castle. So he'll have to sit here. Vivi, oh, he's gonna go Cavalier. Are you kidding me? Britain Cavalier, awful, but hey, it's still Cavalier. And look at that. That one archer being microed against the weak Mangonel. What a play from Vivi. He is gonna go Cavalier, and he's just trying to starve Daut out of his gold. Look at Vivi's map control. Look at the scouting from Vivi. Gonna send longbows behind the woodline. Daut must be expecting this. You know, for a guy who's given up full map control, Daut at least knows exactly how Vivi should play it. And he's predicting it. Now again, the Karambits can kill the Mangonels. These Mangonels need to retreat to the castle. The Karambits have no upgrades, so they might not even kill one. Let's see here. Now here comes the first knight. The Mangonels stay alive. Vivi repairing the Mangonels. They're gonna go after the trebs. They're gonna go after the trebs. And the Cavalier arrive at the perfect time. Daut loses 1 trebuchet. He'll lose 2. He needs to repair this. Will he lose 3? He will lose 3. And he, at the same time, Vivi might lose a trebuchet, but Daut going to lose 3 in total. And that means the hill will be maintained. Vivi will hold the hill. He has what should be 4 relics, even 5. He even converts the elephant. Daut rings the town bell, which is surely a misclick, but that just shows you how scared he is of this. And this is all before Vivi gets +3 defense on the Cavalier, and now this is looking so good for Vivi. Daut, he doesn't have his gold save. Daut is going into elite battle elephant with the stable that is getting trebbed down. Daut, not only is that a huge risk, not only should that never work here, but he has to cancel the elite battle elephant upgrade. Oh, the funny thing is, Vivi packed up the trebs, so Daut could have continued with that. But look at the pop difference. It's 160 plus for Vivi. It's 130 now for Daut's. And, you know, Britons now can master the longbows out of 2 castles. With the longbows, could add in the pikemen. Daut, you know, he can't even research elite battle elephant now, I guess, in these stables. Which one does he have researching it? This one. Yeah, the TC will go down, and this is exactly what should have happened. Like, Daut should know that this is a greedy style play, and Vivi, he played the map control very, very well. And now Vivi, he can do so much. He's seen the elephants already, so he should be able to know to add a few monks or to add the pikes. Vivi, if he looks, can see this relic, and that'll be his 5th. And he has all of Daut's golds. Well played from Vivi. I mean, say what you want about Daut's style. It could have worked there. It definitely could have worked. Had the Cavalier not been added, Daut would have taken the hill and he probably would have won the game. But now I get to see the longbows. And man, are they working from distance. And the Malay Elephants, they don't get the final 2 defense upgrades, so it won't be enough. And I think Vivi is going to be the victor of this best of 7 pretty soon. And Daut calls the GG. Wow. I'm impressed with Vivi because his timing was so good there. I mean, Daut had the right idea. He sent the Krambits out to kill the 3 Mangonels. The Mangonels were then saved. At that exact same moment, once the Krambits died, the Cavaliers show up. They start countering the Skirms. The Mangonels kill the Trebs. The Mangonels kill the Skirms. And, of course, Daut could not afford to lose this area. He could only push. And if he didn't push, he wouldn't have the golds. Well played from Vivi. So the reason I'm so passionate about this topic is because I've been really trying to get above 2K Voobly, like really trying to compete with players of the 2K1, 2K2 range, which is top couple hundred in the world. And there's a style, and it's Daut's style here, which he used. It's very hard to beat. When someone walls like that, it's very hard to beat. And the true answer is to play like Vivi just did here. And this is a perfect example of how to play with map control. Use that time to get the relics, use that time to secure the golds, and then prepare a force. And then you just have to starve them out from the first big fight. Chat spamming T90 dragons. Formatted with 63 bits. Says, I am the dragon. And yeah, Vivi gets the win. Carson, thank you for coming back for 2 months, my friend. ABDB, thank you for the 11 months. Wow, thank you guys. I don't necessarily think, I mean, I know that Daut lost his scout, and that was going to be a big issue. But imagine if Daut had gone with a drush. Like just a drush into archers, and then a boom. It would have been so much better, because had he got a good trade with the archers, then he could have maybe had this hill. What Daut did was make no military, and stonewall, accepting that he would lose all map control. It wasn't that he accidentally lost it in a bad fight, it was that he just gave it up. And I'm not a huge fan of that decision. It would be